It's Saturday. You know what that means? We're about to go live here down under in Australia for a Grand Slam. AEW brings us Grand Slam Australia tonight, where the AEW Continental, AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships, and the AEW World Championship is on the line, and so much more. And welcome to our simple pre-show discussion. Before we get further into any All Elite action, I would like to, of course, welcome everybody, but also welcome Statboy Mike, who has his own special program announcement regarding some upcoming watch-alongs tomorrow. Go ahead, Statboy.
Thank you, Mr. Noah Foster. Well, this is partially because of you as well, because if you all watched the Super Bowl watch-along, which we all did last week, we hinted the fact that maybe we should put other sports back into the play. Tomorrow is the start of the NASCAR 2026 season officially, with the biggest race in the starting lineup. Literally, it's the Daytona 500. So James and I are going to call this race. Pre-show starts at 1:30 tomorrow. The race is at 2:30. And number 18, Kyle Busch, Team RCR, has the pole. And we're going to prove to Noah Foster that it's more than just making a left turn. It's making a left turn at 200 miles an hour, which is something I can't even do in Sevier County on a day where there isn't snow on the ground. But James and I did a race last year. Hopefully the weather stays nice down there in Florida. And for 500 miles, like a Proclaimer song in the 80s, that's what we're going to be doing. So I want everybody to watch tomorrow.
All right, well, fair enough. Well, hey, just, don't get lost in the pacer lane and avoid collision. And with that being said, you and James have a great call tomorrow. Again, folks, Daytona 500, that is tomorrow afternoon, Sunday afternoon. That will be with Statboy Mike and our own Jay's Hebert. Follow him at Jay Hebert Side 95. Again, you keep him in the driver. You keep yourself in the driver's seat. You really can ride shotgun. And good luck to y'all all the way to the checkered flag. I wish y'all the best.
Thank you, brother.
All right. Again, folks, follow Statboy Mike when the sports bars open or close for all the Stats North sports salons, watch salons possible. But that being said, thank you for that, Statboy Mike. As I now bring you all up to speed for, again, it's Saturday. You know what that means? We are here officially bringing you coverage tonight of AEW Grand Slam Australia as AEW goes down under the night from Sydney to give us 2.5 hours, probably packed full of All Elite Wrestling action. A whole different form of collision tonight, and boy, is Saturday night still feeling all right for a fight. Welcome in, everybody, and hello to you all once again. Thank you all for tuning in. You know what this is, for I am the Superman of the Simple Brand, the voice of SRS, forever grateful for all things professional wrestling. Damn it, my name is Noah Foster. And again, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. If you want to dictate the conversation, super chatter, PayPal of passions. It is truly as simple as that. Let's go ahead and run down tonight's card. We, of course, have Team Megabad taking on the Bears of Rap for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships after Team Megabad got a pinfall win over the champions alongside Chris Statlander, of course, in other trios and tag action. John Moxley will now defend the AEW Continental Championship against the Alpha and Konosuke the Cash Cow. Both men are 1-1. John Moxley looking for that win back during the Continental Classic, while the Alpha is looking for a whole new piece of gold to start off the calendar year. In what feels like a fight forever that might meet its final chapter, we are going to reach for the sky and for the TNT title tonight as Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe 7 occurs in a ladder match. Both men tied 3-3. Does Mark Briscoe once again become the face of TNT, or is the Protostar truly on his way to becoming the greatest TNT champion of all time? Someone's getting a haircut tonight, and they're going to be shaved as bald as the sun shines itself off Ricochet's head. As Thomas Toy Storm and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy will take on the Death Riders, Willow, Yuta, and Marina Shafir, where the loser who eats the fall will get their head shaved bald. After what we saw happen with Mina Shirakawa, Thomas Toy Storm cannot wait to stick those scissors into Yuta's head and probably somewhere else. I don't know if murder is legal in Australia, but it's a whole different state down there. They are upside down. I mean, blind me is going to Crakey's and toilets spin the wrong way, but that's a whole different conversation. With AEW World Championship implications, Hangman and Page goes 1-on-1 for the first time ever against Andrade El Idolo, where the winner will challenge for the AEW World title at Revolution. It's the first time ever one-on-one encounter. Of course, Andrade Idolo earned this opportunity, beating Kenny Omega, and is currently undefeated in singles action since returning to AEW. while Hangman and Page to stay at the top of the board, outlasting the Don Callis family's militia, including but not limited to Dunkzilla, Mark Davis, as Samoa Joe has been injured as well and has been taken out of the equation. And of course, that all culminates tonight in our main event for the Triple B, the AEW World Championship, as Maxwell Jacob Freeman defends the gold against Brody King. For the first time ever, Brody King gets a chance at the AEW World Championship in his illustrious AEW career. Can we get a Shaka down under? Or does MJF prove once again that he's better than you and you know it? All of this and so much more ahead tonight at AEW Grand Slam Australia. And we're grateful to have you all along for the ride. Hope you all stick around for the entire time. Again, tell everybody as we do this for all the biggest shows, specials, PLEs, and pay-per-views across all things wrestling, including not limited to WWE, NXT, TNA, AEW, ROH, NJPW, Independent Promotions, including not limited to GCW, HLG, Prestige, and so much more. So that being said, I hope everyone enjoys. And again, please stick around afterwards when you get the weekly moderate conversation of Wrestling Mass. That is the Saturday Shenanigans that will be hosted by me tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And no, I am not alone because soon enough, I will have one of our favorite friends, Canadian, joining me on the call. And shout out to Cruz, Mr. Reliable, in case he is dealing with Valentine's Day struggles and what, of course, people fall for in buying chocolates, things in the shape of hearts and heart-shaped containers at ridiculous prices. Again, I don't think love is wrong. I think spending it stupidly high on one day of the year is very dumb and wrong on a men's wallet if you have, and that's all I gotta say about that. But tonight, the only love that matters is the love of professional wrestling. Damn it. As we are less than 10 minutes away from AEW Grand Slam Australia going live at the top of the hour. And if you want to watch along with us, you can watch along via HBO Max or TNT via your local cable provider. We'll be using TNT for this stream, so we will keep you coverage during the Wrestling Quiet Picture-in-Picture, but still, as always, fuck television. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit more into some of these matches, shall we? Originally, in the AEW Women's World Tag Team Tournament, it was supposed to be Megabad and Penelope Ford to compete. However, due to a torn UCL, good to see the Superbad girl back, she was unable to, and Marina Shafir impromptu had to step up. Marina Shafir and, of course, Megan Bayne lost out to the Timeless Love Bombs, Mina Shirakawa and Thomas Toy Storm in the semifinals in a holiday hardcore death match. While the most unlikely of candidates, Willow, Nightingale, and Harley Cameron was able to beat Mercedes Moné and Athena and the Sins of Sin and the Timeless Love Bombs to become the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. So far, already overcoming Athena and Mercedes Moné in a rematch, as well as the Sisters of Sin. The Bears of Wrath are right now 2 defenses in, with wins over the likes of High End and Maya World along the way, keeping the momentum. But since the Superbad girls come back and Megan and Bayne and Penelope Ford got the better of the champions in tag team action, they have earned this opportunity tonight for the first time ever to challenge for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. Now, whether or not we're dealing with a Pentagon of Destruction, or was that a one-time favor, the Triangle of Madness and Team Megabad coexisting against the Cosmic Bears of Wrath, that is really hindsight. But again, these titles were just newly minted and created and crowned, of course, at the beginning of the year. So it's very interesting to think that after what we saw on Wednesday, we could find all 3 women of the Cosmic Bears of Wrath without gold. Of course, last time Harley Cameron was down here, she was challenging Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship down under in Australia. A commendable effort, but came up short. But I think Willow and Harley Cameron, though, who have had the longer tenured as a tag team, now whip the straps, have that sense of trust and confidence where I think they can overcome this. But again, all hail the Megasis. And we'll see if Penelope Ford shows up in fine fashion. So let's see tonight. We get brand new AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. And of course, and along with that, speaking of bouts, speaking of selling a score, speaking of going for the gold, Jan Moxley defends the AEW Continental Championship against the Alpha, Konosuke Takeshita. This is their 3rd ever one-on-one encounter after Konosuke previously faced John Moxley for the AEW World title, and the Alpha did get the better of John Moxley before the time during the Continental Classic to earn this chance. He also basically has been the Death Riders crosshair since we've had the Death Riders versus the Don Callis family. Over the last few weeks, we have seen trios warfare with the Death Riders and the Don Callis family contingency under different setups. Here's a New Japan Pro Wrestling preview, you know what I'm saying. Of course, we saw this past Wednesday on Dynamite. It was the Death Riders that got the better of the Don Callis family. Previously in Las Vegas, the Don Callis family got the better of the Death Riders. But John Moxley and Konosuke Takeshita were never involved in the decision against each other, but they each did get the scored pinfall in those matches. Of course, for those that don't know, Continental Championship matches go to a 20-minute time limit. If it goes to a draw, Jon Moxley will retain. However, there's also no seconds at ringside. This will be a pure one-on-one contest. And Jon Moxley, of course, talking about and bringing the respect forward to this title, showing that people busting their ass, proving to be the best, showing who deserves it the most, showing who's the most obsessed with this. Of course, allow him to win the Continental Classic against Konosuke Okada in the finals. It is one of those things, though, with Konosuke Okada still holding the AEW National Championship in the Alpha right now, butt kiss, that Konosuke Takeshita is overdue for a big win and moment. I think the pressure is on the Alpha, but Jon Moxley constantly putting in the work and overcoming the likes of Josh Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin literally almost beat this man to the chance for the title with 5 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if Jon Moxley is burning the fuse too far tonight, and we'll see if the Alpha overcomes. For the last time we were down in Australia, Takeshita lost against Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. We'll see if Konosuke can turn his forces around, though, in singles action. And speaking of Takeshita, the other half, of course, Kyle Fletcher from Australia will defend the TNT Championship against Mark Briscoe. This is Kyle Fletcher, Mark Briscoe 7. After trading wins in and out of Ring of Honor, Continental Classic, Owen Hart Foundation Tournament, and over the TNT title itself, it all comes down to this. After Kyle Fletcher surprised many of people, I would think, after being Tommaso Ciampa this past Wednesday in about 17 minutes to win his second ever TNT Championship, he said he is coming back home with the gold for the Heroes Welcome he deserves and will defend this title against anyone, anywhere, anytime, willing to step up. Here comes Mr. Fight Forever when it comes to this guy, Mark Briscoe. These two had 3 matches alone last year in singles actions, folks, and 2 of them were over the TNT title. That being said, now we have to reach for the sky and ascend above to grab the title tonight. It's a ladder match, their first ever ladder match. Of course, the last in that stipulation match, it was no disqualification. Mark Briscoe won. Mark Briscoe, pioneer of ladder matches, ladder wars, alongside his brother Jay Briscoe. This really could be Mark Briscoe's element. So Mark Briscoe has a chance to become a 2-time TNT champion as well. Of course, the record stands 3-3. As far as Kyle Fletcher is concerned, though, this is the final chapter in their story. So does the Proto Star fall down to earth tonight, literally just winning the gold? And does Mark Briscoe reach for the sky again and return it back to the agglomeration? Or does Kyle Fletcher finally put Mark Briscoe in the rearview mirror and go on to try and continue that legacy of being the greatest TNT champion of all time? As Okada, Proto Okada, wants to see Kyle Fletcher and Okada as champions. And that very well could be the case after the night if Kyle Fletcher finally puts Mark Briscoe behind him. We'll find out soon enough. With a match involving AEW World Championship implications, Hangman and Page, current AEW Trios champion, will go one-on-one against Andrade El Idolo. Andrade, who's undefeated in singles action so far in AEW, earned the opportunity beating Kenny Omega in Las Vegas, thanks to the power of, you guessed it, a low blow and the DM, but also a screwdriver after Swerve Strickland inadvertently cost the cleaner. That's a whole different match coming in itself. Also, folks, in case you're wondering, Andrade Idolo, he is going to be challenging Yota Tsuji at the New Beginning in New Jersey, which we will be covering, by the way, for the IWGP Global Championship. So there's a lot of golden ambitions for El Idolo here. While Hangman and Page and MJF, they've been the definition of AEW's Genesis since Double or Nothing 2019. It almost feels poetic if it was Hangman and Page versus MJF, because, of course, the winner will receive an AEW World Championship match at Revolution. So if Hangman overcomes Andrade and MJF overcomes Brody, we got a rematch from last year, folks, at Revolution, but this time for the gold. Let's not forget MJF has 2 losses against the Hangman last year alone. So I do think, honestly, after what MJF said, he wants Hangman and Page to win this, but he's also looking to show Andrade El Idolo the power of his Hebrew hammer. Of course, he's a Jew, folks. That's how it works. But it's one of those things right now where I think about MJF better than you and you know it. I think about the ongoing saga, the more recognized story development. That Hangman and Page might surprise us here, because when Hangman and Page backing up against the wall, it's where he's at his most dangerous, and that might play to his advantage. So this one could go either way, but what do you think? Do you want to see Hangman and Page go after the AEW World title again? Or do you want to see Andrade get a first crack at possibly the gold? possibly against MJF, who's already called him out on his relationships. How fitting on Valentine's Day. Damn. But again, hindsight is 2020. But again, folks, this is a number one contenders match. The winner will go on the Revolution to challenge for the AEW World Championship. How valuable is the hair of a woman? Well, when it comes to Mina Shirakawa, it's glamorous, and whoever cuts her hair off without her choice deserves to be literally skewed. And I think that's what's going to happen to Scrappy Yappy Willow Yuta tonight. I think that's a reliable prediction. But to bring more on that, with a head of hair of his own that is far better than Yuta's, then again, it's not hard to do that. Please welcome into the commentary booth, Walter Cruz. Walter, how are you this fine evening as we prepare for AEW?
I'm good. Are you watching on Max or Sling?
Sling.
Okay. And are we going to get a bald-headed bitch or what?
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing for both Yuta and Maria Shafir, as of course, it's 8 p.m. So we are live from Sydney, Australia, in the Quados Bank Arena, capacity crowd on hand. And please remain #sport for you will be permanently banned. As we are here finally for AEW Grand Slam, and we're kicking things off immediately with the Death Riders riding into the building. Welcome in, everybody, officially to our coverage. Again, hello, everyone. Noah Foster, Walter Cruz. We are super reliable. And, Walter, we're kicking things off with one hell of a fight. It's John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita 3 for the Continental Championship tonight.
Did you give Ash the
I did.
Okay.
He'll be joining us a little later, folks.
I pulled a U and joined late, huh? I pulled a U.
Well, for AEW, you don't bring in late.
No, honestly, I was cooking for my nephew and everybody.
I know. And again, figure for those that are tuning in right now live with us, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat as simple as that. Arcady, go ahead and introduce the Continental Champion. Look at the size of that audience.
I'm live. Back up.
Continental Championship matches, folks, are contested underneath a 20-minute time limit. If it goes to a draw, the champion will retain, as is John Moxley, the Death Riders against the world, renewing a violent spirit of non-complacency in All Elite Wrestling, currently 2-0 this year alone in singles. And both those matches were Continental Championship eliminators. Again, it was back on December 6th. Bang! That knee strike and a raging fire that the Alpha finally overcame the Death Rider John Moxley for the first time in his career. And 2 weeks ago in trios action, Konosuke Takeshita got the better of the Death Riders, sending a message to the current champ. Of course, last week, Wednesday, we saw John Moxley send a message to Konosuke. As, of course, John Moxley is looking for revenge for that loss and against the Don Callis family.
You got John Moxley's entrance right now? Because I went into an ad when I first turned it on, so I don't know if I got behind you or not.
Well, I'm looking at John Moxley inside the ring, so you best figure your crap out right now.
I'll tell you when he's in the ring. He's still walking for me.
Good Lord, dude. You're fucking television. Fuck television. Fuck advertisements. All right, the Alpha Konosuke Takeshita is making his way to the ring. We'll figure it out later. Daggone it.
I'll tell you. That's the good thing about Sling. You can pause live TV.
Well, maybe you shouldn't pause live TV. Konosuke Takeshita. We're live, pal. Konosuke Takeshita, of course, the Alpha, came very close to winning the Continental Classic, making his way to the semifinals, losing to Okada.
Sometimes backing out and backing in skips it.
All right, well, you figure that shit out, because there's no way there could be a latency or delay with this match right now, all right? This is one of the biggest matches of the night. This is the one I was looking forward to,
This is my
honestly,
match. This is the one, me too.
Well, you better get your shit figured out, because the bell's going to ring here pretty soon. That being said, as I'm trying to bring the tail of the tape, Konosuke Takeshita, of course, lost to Okada in the semifinals at World's End. And, of course, we saw him lose at Wrestle Kingdom, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, to Gene Blast, Yota Tsuji. It's going to be a classic here. And again, folks, for the Continental Championship, John Moxley is technically the third ever Continental Champion, taking that title away from Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada. The fact that he had such an incredible run, too. Only one draw, 13 points for Konosuke Takeshita. Near flawless run in the Continental Classic. Bell Reigns, we are underway.
Imagine how pissed Okada would be that is if Takeshita gets it. It's like, I lost it to Moxley just for you to get it.
Well, it's one of those things, though, Walter, that John Moxley knows the type of competitor Konosuke has become. hungry, determined, driven, adapted. He is the alpha, and Jon Moxley respects that. But Jon Moxley still doesn't know if Konosuke has what it takes when it matters the most. And it doesn't matter more than right now when it comes for the AEW Continental Championship. And again, folks, you be part of the conversation using the hashtag AEW Grand Slam. Continental tie up here in the side headlock in the early going. The first time these two men, of course, faced each other one-on-one was an AEW Intro World Championship Eliminator back in 2022.
Dude, he's whipping him up. He's whipping him off the rope kind of hard.
I'm about to say, you're not going to get anything like it with these two. Ooh. Both men trying to go for the kill shot early here, Walton. I don't think we're 2 minutes in yet.
Not even.
You also got to wonder.
We think about strength?
Well, maybe. And, of course, we also got to wonder, again, Jon Moxley's left leg that has been bothering him since the Continental Classic. Not showing any signs of injury or wear and tear tonight. Greco-Roman knuckle lock here, and both men shoulder to shoulder. These two bulls butting horns in the middle of the ring right now. An arm wringer attempt at Konosuke. I almost wonder if Konosuke is going to go back after the leg or try and exploit a different weakness out of Jon Moxley. How much has Jon Moxley and Konosuke learned about each other over these last few weeks in these trios matches?
Don't forget, Jon Moxley has been to Japan and New Japan. He knows the style. He's a former IGWP champion. So I don't think Takeshita is going to surprise him too much.
And Konosuke able to slip out from Jon Moxley's submission hold, and both champion and challenger eye to eye. Again, folks, in Continental Classic matches, there are no seconds allowed at ringside or they are fired.
Clean? Is it going to break clean?
It looks like it's going to be a clean break so far here. And again, there's that mutual respect. When it comes to the Continental Championship, I think that's what Jon Moxley wanted the most out of AEW. The best in competition. Don't treat this like a game. Treat this like your life depends on it. Show how much you care about this. Because at the end of the day, this isn't a hobby. This isn't a pleasure. This is a way of life. It's strictly business. Now,
it was
like bring him down to Kimura almost.
It pretty much was his mission statement. He went at it, went about it like in a bad, cruel way. But Moxley, at the end, he just wants the best for AEW. If you think about it.
And honestly, AEW has never looked stronger, more hungry, more progressive than this year, to your point, since the Continental Classic. Up and down the board. Hell, we got a brand new AEW Women's World Champion, for Pete's sake, out of Thekla, and it took her literally whipping the hide off Chris Statlander by losing Fletcher herself.
It's almost like the Continental Classic was sort of a reset, right?
It's almost like the Continental Classic reminds you why AEW is where the best wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Konosuke grabbing the wrist of Jon Moxley, keeping control. Jon Moxley with the roll through, trying to break the grip. Oh, knife and chop.
It's going to be a chop fest. I already see it.
Well, I mean, we got a battle of strong spirits here tonight, Walter, so you should be surprised. And we all know that Konosuke might be the more heavy striker, former 5-time KOD champion. Knife and chop by Jon Moxley returning kind, though, and Konosuke and Moxley lining each other up here.
There's no you getting used to this. You could take 100 chops and every single one will still hurt. There's no such thing as getting used to being chopped like that.
And no kidding, and the tenacity being shown here by both Jon Moxley and Konosuke. Get to the midsection, though, the fake out. Jon Moxley might be looking for the pile driver. And Konosuke, back body drop. And now Konosuke might be looking to pick up speed for that Tateshka lariat. Ducks underneath from 0 to 100. The catch the flip. Oh, and Jon Moxley, great scouting.
What the?
And now Jon Moxley looking to dive to the outside with a high hand. Tope Suicida, almost overshooting it.
Yo, he did overshoot it. He almost hit his head on that light fixture on the bottom.
Well, I mean, go for broke, reckless abandonment. That sometimes are the tools that you need to be a champion in this business. And Jon Moxley has been the definition of that. Take a look at the replay here.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, he overshot it a little. Takeshita caught him being a professional. Look, watch. Takeshita saved him. If you look at it, he saved him.
Yeah, you got a point there. Mixed results there for Jon Moxley, but Konosuke did go up and over on the entranceway, and Jon Moxley's back up to his feet.
That's how much this means. How often do you really see Moxley diving like that? Not too often.
Well, Jon Moxley's always been an all-rounder, as we've learned. He could be a violent brawler. He could be a mental psychopath. He could also be technically sound in the ring.
Yep.
Right now, Jon Moxley teeing up against Konosuke against the barricade. Packed crowd on hand here down under in Sydney, Australia. Of course, our main event tonight will be for the AEW World Championship, MJF versus Brody King. Hard Irish whip into the barricade.
I guarantee this sold out weeks ago.
And of course, Hangman and Page will take on Andrade Idolo. The winner will challenge for the World Championship at Revolution. And Konosuke right now sent torso first into the opposite side.
As soon as this was announced, it probably sold out. And then what happened last week? You got hometown boy wins the TNT title.
Yeah, he's going to get his hero's welcome. But we'll see if it's a spoiled party tonight by the end of that ladder match. Hard Irish whip to John Moxley in the barricade. Oh, Konosuke falls in with that boot. Good Lord. Of course, we're going to get a shave and a haircut tonight, and we're going to see a ladder match. The AEW Women's World Tag Champions on the line, and Konosuke going back inside the ring. Of course, the title cannot change hands via count out. 10 count on the outside here. John Moxley literally laid out on top of that barricade. Jesus.
Oh, my God.
You all right, brother?
Yeah, I'm just watching.
About to say, you're watching and stuff in your face. I could hear that. I mean, I had a delicious crepe this morning that my mom had an out-of-body experience over. John Moxley hoisting out Konosuke. Pile driver!
I'm doing the typical Puerto Rican thing, dude. Rice with a side of beans that has potatoes in it. And, you know, I'm chefing it up here, but I'm really serving the kids is what I'm really doing.
Muy bien, as John Moxley looking for a recipe for continued success tonight, defending the Continental Championship. To your point, Konosuke the Catch guy is former IWGP Heavyweight, IWGP Continental, never Overweight Champion, and AEW International Champion. But he's never held this piece of gold. And if it wasn't for Okada and that screwdriver, he was a first ballot candidate to win the Continental Classic last year.
He was supposed to have it. This damn guy, he literally got screwed. Literally.
Well, Okada clearly is underestimating what Konosuke is, and that is a threat. And let's not forget, Okada still has the AEW National Championship.
I gotta admit, this didn't go where I thought it was gonna go, because I really thought there was gonna be a dysfunctional family. Takeshita was gonna see the light and leave, but it seems like this family got even stronger.
Well, how strong will they be after the night, though, when it comes to Takeshita, the original first two members of the family, and John Moxley in control here in the early going of this Continental Classic match. As it continues, the restaurant quality, picture-in-picture, fuck television. It's one of those things. There you go. It's one of those things also, though, where I look at Konosuke, the Alpha, being a breakout, and I do wonder, again, how much does he trust this family if it leads to no results? For a while, I think he just wanted to keep Kyle Fletcher under his thumb and not have him push forward towards the world title, thinking he's too big for Don Callis' agenda. And what happened? Kyle Fletcher beat Ciampa this past Wednesday for the TNT title.
What a short reign for Ciampa. Are you getting a PCR 20 Techwood Studios instead of the actual match?
Yes, I am. So I'm just talking here. For those that don't know, by the way, John Moxley has now been the AEW Continental Championship for 50 days with a successful eliminator against Josh Alexander and Shelton Benjamin that went to 19 minutes and 55 seconds. And of course, we are here bringing you friendly commentary coverage for All Elite Wrestling, for we love professional wrestling. And speaking of friends that we love, that also love this passion like we do, she's yours, she's mine, she's our Canadian friend, Ash. Hello, Ash.
Hello.
How are you, my baddie friend?
I'm good. It took me forever to find the channel. I thought I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, wait, it's a Collision show. So it's on USA Network here.
Canada,
yes.
Folks, this is Saturday to Baddie for Wrestling as we have a full commercial break. But again, I was going to catch you. Stop that, Walter! The Canadian national anthem. Always got madness is always here. I'm surrounded by fools every time I do this shit. But at least I'm covering AEW, my biggest passion, next to New Japan. That being said, Ash, you think about this match being the fourth time technically that these two are going one-on-one. The third where it really matters when you look at their past history. Do you think the Alpha has a form of success for the night against John Moxley? Has he found an Achilles heel?
Takeshita is a former Continental champion, yeah?
No, international.
International, okay. I get those belts mixed up a lot.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
I mean, Takeshita does pretty well these title matches because when push comes to shove, he delivers. As evident from his New Japan runs as as the never openweight champion and as the IWGP heavyweight champion.
And of course, he lost the IWGP Heavyweight Championship to Yosuji at Wrestle Kingdom, but he is also, to your point, the longest reigning, most successful defenses, never overweight champion in a single run in New Japan history.
Yeah, so he's no stranger to these title bouts, and plus he's as you mentioned before, he's faced Moxley multiple times, so he should know his weaknesses by now.
Other thing is also he's still triple contracted, let's forget, to DDT Pro and New Japan Pro Wrestling, so I wouldn't rule him out of going back to New Japan. And as we know, when we cover New Beginning here in New Jersey, of course, we know that Konosuke Takeshita will challenge ELP for the World Television Championship. As we are back here at AEW Grand Slam Australia, the AEW Continental Championship on the line, 20-minute time limit. John Moxley in control of the challenge against Takeshita, and right now trapping the arm with a modified cravat of sorts here. Working the head and neck, and of course trying to neutralize the power of the Alpha, trapping the right arm there. And Konosuke back out to his feet, elbows to the midsection. John Moxley, though, trying to counter. And Konosuke, the big boot, rocking John Moxley. The Irish whip to Takeshita. Takeshita lariat connects.
Ooh, nice. I'm still on commercial right now.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's okay. Also, sorry for the way
you're good. That's what happens when we cover television wrestling. Again, fuck television. But hey, you're still a baddie analyst that can still get more than enough when it comes to Konosuke and John Moxley. When it comes to the heat and animosity of proving who is the better wrestler. Blue Thunderbomb counter to death.
Oh no, a Blue Thunderbomb did not get the win. Oh no. That's
Shut
so
the
sad.
hell up, ass. Bloody hell, I knew that was going to happen some point during this match. You were just waiting. You both were just waiting for that. As the crowd watches on here, Konosuke Takeshita to Ash's point. The first title he won AEW was the AEW National Championship. John Moxley meeting Konosuke. Now up to the top turnbuckle. And shots to the midsection here. That's one of those things right now. Konosuke right down John Moxley's back, scraping away the epidermis.
Oh, I'm actually a little bit ahead. That I thought it's the other way around.
Well, there you go.
You get picture in picture?
No, we got a PCR thing right now. And Konosuke has John Moxley up, looking for the Sunset Flip Power Bomb. To give you an idea, John Moxley finding back here. We got Canada, Australia, and America, and none of the three can meet eye to eye when it comes to AEW tonight on TV. Brilliant. Play brilliant. Konosuke got John Moxley up, though. Power bomb. Center of the ring. Cover. 2. No. Didn't get it. Woof. A short range celebration there where Konosuke thought he had him. If you're looking at the replay with me here, look at this high Liger bomb, jackknife power bomb. Center of the ring with the parlay bet press with a 2.5.
You know what's crazy? This is just the opener.
This is AEW. Hashtag top that shit more often than not. Wednesday was the definition of that. And John Moxley and Konosuke again teeing off center of the ring, creating bombs with these forearms here. Once again, here they go. And again, Konosuke Takeshita is a knockout artist with the rolling elbow. Cutter!
That was nicely scouted by Moxley. Wait, nice counter there with the cutter.
Yeah, sudden offense out of nowhere, taking the Alpha off guard. Takeshita right now going to the apron, looking for a reprieve. Knows he cannot be pinned or submitted inside the ropes there, and now both been on the apron, and this could get dangerous.
This match ain't gonna do nothing for the Dallas family and Dark State. Wow, Dark Side the rivalry.
And fuck that brand.
Yeah.
Obviously, might just said fuck you, Konosuke, that cursed up on the apron.
They got this rivalry going on, and now this ain't gonna do it no favors with this match.
Excuse me, sorry.
Now you're all good. Take a look at the replay here, guys, and watch this. Konosuke's head driven face first in the apron.
Also, I'm going to apologize in advance for if I sneeze unexpectedly. I'm currently going through a cold right now.
That's all good. As long as you're okay and you're healthy, and we're all just happy and enjoying All Elite Wrestling. So the match, Konosuke just beats the count, and it's another curb stomp. Just the half. Here's the cover by John Moxley with the front leg, and a kick out 2.5.
Oh, nice. He transitioned into that bully choke.
The Bulldog choke firmly in place. Well called, Ash. Again, John Moxley continuing on the offense, not letting Konosuke even breathe here. Now trying to cut off the blood flow to the brain and close up the carotid artery. Change the position now.
Is he going to turn into a regular sleeper, or he's going to leave this in?
Well, what do you think is the best strategy at this point, Kirk, considering Konosuke's got the height advantage.
Well,
Now
there
bringing
it
him
is.
down.
He's got it locked in now. He's got that sleeper in now.
That body grapevine. I think you got your question answered, Walter. And again, the S grip right now applied by Jon Moxley, keeping a firm hold against Konosuke.
I gotta give it to him. His chain wrestling is off the chart, dude. How he like flips moves. You know how I am. I'm a sucker for this shit.
Yeah, now transitioning into the Jujikatami, the cross arm breaker. Konosuke, though, putting the shoulders down, and Jon Moxley still maintaining hold.
This is ridiculous. Get to the rope.
And he does so. Again, the reach of Konosuke saving him, but Jon Moxley using all of that rest 5 count.
That was his height that saved him right there.
And no doubt about that.
What is
we got
he, 6'2"?
6'2". We got less than 5 minutes left, by the way, folks, in this match. Remember, if it goes to a draw, Jon Moxley retains no matter what.
The Continental title, that's under 15-minute time limit rules, right?
20.
Okay, so it's kind of like the New Japan, the New Japan World TV title, right?
Yeah, except that one's 15 minutes.
And this is 20?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Continental Championship matches are 20 minutes long, no seconds allowed at ringside, and Konosuke is asking Jon Moxley to keep bringing the fire.
Well, I don't care what language you speak, you understood what Moxley just said.
Yeah, devil the double burn, and right now squaring up off the ropes. Konosuke catches the boot. Moxley hooked up with Exploder. And Moxley wants to get back to his feet. Konosuke again with the Jon Moxley, another Exploder. How the hell is Jon Moxley still trying to get back? Power drive knee, the cover to new champ. Oh, kick out 2.5.
Yo, how do you kick out of that? I thought we was gonna do chip for a second.
Instinct right there is all I could say, honestly. Good Lord. Look at this.
It was like Fletcher on Dynamite. The shit he kicked out of, like, my jaw dropped.
And Konosuke right now trapping Jon Moxley, and what the hell is this? The pump handle suplex.
What the hell?
Lateral press for a new champion. Kick out at 2 again by Moxley.
That was like a pump handle exploder almost.
It's a hell of a match right now here, and thank you so much to Hassan USA Network Gamer Terrell. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody who's spending it with their love or the love of professional wrestling.
I was gonna say, breathe, Noah, let it go, because I know that's one of the things you don't give a shit about.
What are you talking about? And right now,
Valentine's Day.
Look, I've already said my piece, all right? Anyway, Jon Moxley and Konosuke right now are both looking for the sleeper hold. Jon Moxley, though, the Jon Moxley to Konosuke might be looking for the damn runner! That's it! Cover on both legs too, Jon Moxley, no!
I thought you said that was it. Uh-huh.
Konosuke kicked out of the Death Rider!
How many people can claim that?
Not many. Here it is again. Look at this. High angle dropped on the top of his head. Puts both legs, by the way. Deep hook, and somehow Konosuke kicked out.
And is it me, or did he angle him higher than he usually does for that move?
Exactly.
Sheesh.
This is how much the Continental Championship means to both Konosuke Takeshita and Jon Moxley.
And I'm afraid the time might run right at this point.
Well, that's not oh my God, what a headbutt. Would it be the first time we've seen a time limit draw for these type of matches, let alone for our Konosuke Takeshita matches. Both men are locked in wrist combat and are butting each other's heads and shoulders.
They just said the time, but I didn't hear.
I think there are final 5 minutes.
And Konosuke and Jon Moxley right now, time is going to play a factor here. Sooner rather than later, again, both men collide skull first.
Somebody's going to have to go through a concussion test at the end of this match.
Yeah, I mean, look how long it took Jon Moxley just to fall backwards. And, Jon Moxley is bleeding hard. I repeat, Jon Moxley is bleeding the hard way. That last time I opened it up.
In other news, the sky's blue.
Oh, God, hilarious! And Moxley with the cover. Konosuke kicked out at 1.
Oh, shit.
Big of a world class. Konosuke the cover. Jon Moxley kicks out at 1.
Uh-oh, they're hulking up.
That's what I'm saying right now.
Just a half level press 2.
Come on, new champ!
No, we don't.
Oh,
the time has expired. Holy shit.
Man, I feel bad for the next match has to top this.
Right? You can see Konosuke punching the ring out of frustration. This match, ladies and gentlemen, is a 20-minute draw, which means Jon Moxley retains. But more so, I think he more so survives, guys.
Mm-hmm. So what did he do with Takeshita now?
Well, what's Takeshita do more so versus what the Don Callis family does, what AEW does. And Jon Moxley, remember, he wanted to get that win back. Telling nothing's been settled. It's a stalemate.
Oh, this is going to add so much pressure for Fletcher having to retain that TNT title.
Well, either way, Jon Moxley is still the holder of the Continental Championship. And Stephon Smith and Jon Moxley right now. Wait, is Jon Moxley going to ask for 5 more minutes? Some words right now with the referee.
Please do. Please ask for 5 more minutes, please. Please.
I think based on the circumstances, that's not going to be allowed tonight, unfortunately.
Rematch this on Dynamite in Sacramento. I swear, if they rematch this Wednesday, I'm fucking going.
Well, either way, both these warriors of the ring. Oh, man, a world class. Konosuke, not done with Jon Moxley. Raging fire.
What the fuck?
Statement made by the Alpha.
Well, like, guess my questions answered.
We already got Swerve and Kenny Omega Wednesday. I swear to God, if they add this, I'm fucking buying the ticket.
Well, either way, the Alpha is far from done with Jon Moxley. A big old FU, screw sportsmanship. This is far from over when it comes to those two.
Do you work Wednesday, Ash?
I do, sadly.
I was gonna say if I go Wednesday, you might have to call it Noah, just because I'm there live.
You know what? If you are going there live, I will make it official myself to call that Wednesday night just to get your live recap post show. Anyway, guys, still a lot more to come tonight as they're running down the card. Oh my gosh!
My schedule. I'm sorry. No, I was about to say my schedule for this week. I'm working from tomorrow all the way through Thursday.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a fun schedule.
I was surprised. It's like, oh, I got 2 days off. And I looked like, oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm working 5 days straight.
Well, there you go. All the fun here. And, of course, they're running down the card. We got TNT Championship ladder match tonight. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe 7. Hangman versus Andrade Idolo for number 1 contendership for the AEW World Championship. Megabad versus the Bears of Rap for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship. Mixed Tag Team Warfare Tornado Tag loser of this fall will get their head shaved tonight. And of course, MJF will defend the AEW World Championship against Brody King as we look at the tail of the tape a little bit in the never-ending story that is the Proto Star and everyone's favorite boy from, of course, Super 10 Boys, Mark Briscoe, Sandy Fork, Delaware. How do you feel about the fact that we're getting Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe 7? This has to be the end game for these two.
I hope so too, because don't get me wrong, I like that they're having this match. I just don't like the way they built to it.
Well, in the meantime, suspend your thoughts for that because you get to bring your thoughts to this. It's time for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championships. After this commercial break, fuck television. Okay, well, first off, Konosuke, Jon Moxley, that match fucking slapped. And again, Wednesday, Revolution, just give me the match. No time limit or 2 out of 3 falls. We got to settle this. We got to see who's the better of those two.
They can't change the rules and make it no time limit.
Who says they can't? If Jon Moxley wants to prove a point that badly, he will do that. He's the champion. He's got the freaking stroke.
2 out of 3 falls. Make it a 2 out of 3 falls. So that way there's a definitive winner.
Anyway, again, I'm sure this is going to be revisited by Tony Khan some point down the line. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your thoughts towards this. Harley Cameron, of course, last time she was here in Australia, she challenged Mercedes Moné for the TBS Championship, came up short. 3 years in her career now with the person she had her second ever match with. Her and Willow returned to her home, the Bears of Rap, now the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. Megabad, though, they were never part of the equation due to Penelope Ford being injured. But now they get their first crack at the AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. And the history with Harley Cameron and Megan Bayne, You can go back and watch Tell the Tale when it came to the fact that Megabad at one point broke Harley Cameron's nose. But this is a huge opportunity here for the super bad girl, particularly considering since Megan Bayne came back, her and Penelope Ford have been a duo to reckon with.
I'm torn on this match because on the one hand, I want Babes of Wrath to continue their title reign, but at the same time, I want to see Megan Bayne with the title. So.
Well, we just saw, as we talked about earlier, this past Wednesday on Dynamite, Thekla did overcome Strap Daddy, in a very physically brutal, bloody lashing of a strap match thanks to the Triangle of Madness. But we also see how the Triangle of Madness and Team Megabad, they may be having their own like little alliance here to overcome completely the Cosmic Babes of Wrath. At one point, all 5 of them took Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron out. So again, is it the Pentagon of Destruction, as Nigel McGuinness called it? Was that just a one-off? Or does Megan Bayne truly want the AEW World Tag Team Championships versus the World Championship?
And do we see in this match, do we see Sisters of Sin getting involved to make sure that the Babes of Wrath don't come out as champs?
Not unless they picked up a plane and went down under in Australia. Remember, the Babes of Wrath were already down in Sydney. The Triangle of Madness wasn't. And if it wasn't for Sky Blue and Julia Hart's involvement in that strap match, that match could have gone very differently.
Hell yeah, it would have. But and you got to think of how much that's in the Babes of Wrath mind that their friend just lost her title, the most coveted title in the women's division. And now, Willow has the TBS title, so I can see them losing these titles because she'll still have a title to defend. So, like, in the world of kayfabe, like, that's how you can still kind of, make her leave in if they lose. So, it would not shock me if we get new champions, to be honest.
Well, speaking of new champions, as we look back this past Wednesday night on Dynamite, it was literally a night of resets as Tommaso Ciampa lost the TNT title, but Stat Daddy went down fighting, but lost the AEW Women's World Championship. Looks like Stan has some words to say.
Did you honestly think that we were going to get a new champion when you saw Dynamite?
Honest to God, no, I didn't. I thought she was going to strangle her and choke her in her own web. But again, it was a team effort. And honestly, Thekla, she made Chris Statlander fall into her trap.
They definitely took advantage of the fact that people had to be in Australia early, so they knew that she had no backup.
Yeah, using their numbers advantage using their numbers game to their advantage.
If I'm being 100% Noah, if she was gonna lose the title, at least she lost it to this crazy bitch. Like, yeah.
Yeah, well, something tells me why Statlander is still bleeding red. She is raging red, and I think things are far from done with the Toxic Spider and the Cosmic Killer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think those two are going to continue. They're probably going to I have a feeling that they're probably going to have another match at Revolution. If not, then I don't know where else they could do it.
It wouldn't surprise me if she took a charter flight and got her ass to Australia.
You think Chris Statlander is dangerous already? Wait till Chris Statlander gets her hands on the Triangle of Madness with what they did this past Wednesday. That being said, all hail the Mega Sis as Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford make their way to the ring. And currently, guys, this duo is 3-0 this year as a team.
Oh, nice. They got quite the undefeated streak going right now. That's pretty cool.
And of course, it was 2 weeks ago that Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford got the better of the Babes of Wrath to earn this opportunity via that ridiculous Doomsday device to Harley Cameron, making her bow down to the Megasis.
Dude,
I love this. Sorry, go ahead, Walter.
God was just showing off when he made these two. Like, she.
I love the dynamic they have. I love the team, like the High Flyer and the Muscle. That's such a classic tag team trope, and it works.
Sometimes you just put two things together and you see what you get out of it, and that's what you can say about Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. The definition of unorthodox and positive energy.
They look like they belong in DC Comics and being in wherever Wonder Woman's from, whatever that island's called.
And right now, of course, the Babes of Wrath have a collision record of 5-0 as a duo, coming off a recent defense against the Sisters of Sin.
I love Willow. She just makes me so happy seeing her.
How can you not love Willow? She makes anybody happy. Again, folks, to tell the tape's pretty brief here. They are the inaugurated Women's World Tag Team Champions after being the Timeless Love Bombs in the finals, literally prior to the start of the new year. And referee for this contest will be Rick Knox.
It's funny because I said Megan Bayne and them deserve to be in the DC comic, but Willow's the one that has a comic book out.
And Harley Cameron immediately jumping into the Megan Bayne's arms. I don't think that's wise. Of course, the bad blood, like I said, with Harley Cameron and Megan Bayne goes all the way back to when Megan Bayne broke Harley Cameron's nose. Now Penelope Ford getting involved here. And this might break down a little quicker than expected. First time that Megan Bayne faced Harley Cameron one-on-one was back in 2025 in May. And Harley and Willow working together here. And it's amazing how quick Harley and Willow have formed this tag bond, much to Ash's point.
And you love them because they use each other as weapons.
Well, I love teams that literally are effective as, each other can be. Short range layup by Willow Nightingale to Penelope Ford, and Harley Cameron getting the better of Megan Bayne. And right now, a little bit of tag team cohesion. Cazadora. Oh, no, dropped to the knees. Megan Bayne wiping out Willow Nightingale. I believe Megan Bayne and Harley Cameron are the two legal ones. Right now, shrugging off that early quick fury assault. Tag made to Penelope Ford. Penelope Ford gets the gold as well in AEW.
I'm not going to lie. I lost track of who was legal already before you said that.
Well, right now, yeah, I'm about to say, when you got nothing but chaos in the early start, thanks to Harley Cameron making them feel the wrap, that's kind of what happens. Face first and top turnbuckle. Tag made. And Megan Bayne, of course, has been working tag team matches in out of AEW and Stardom. Not to mention four-way wars with La Vida Loca against Empress Nexus Venus. Again, Bullzilla, get well soon. And right now,
Megan Bayne's quite the tag team specialist, isn't she?
She's definitely one of those, I would say. Not to mention mixed tag combat and GCW, lest you forget. Tag married to Will Nightingale, and here comes all the power.
Oh, hell yeah.
She's special, all right.
And right now, Willow Nightingale and Megan Bayne. I need this one-on-one for the TBS title.
Oh, I would love that, too. That'd be so
Willow
good.
Nightingale. Oh! What a suplex by Willow. Bayne with the power. Not the power bomb yet. And right now, average whip, Penelope Ford, Willow Nightingale, and spring. Got caught. Weight slot. German suplex. Willow was ready for Penelope Ford off that move.
She shouldn't be that athletic at her size, too.
We said that about how many people in this business, but the cannonball off the apron wiping out Team Megabad, and Willow Nightingale has completely turned this match around.
I feel like they're setting up for a restaurant picture after that move.
I'm about to say, I don't know yet, but we'll see what happens. And again, right now, Penelope Ford and Willow Nightingale are legal. No, Megan Bayne and Willow Nightingale are legal. But it's become pretty much 2-on-1 every chance the challengers have gotten. Now, Willow up to the second rope. Big missile drop kick, wiping out Team Megabad. Everyone's favorite unorthodox Babe with the power. And this tag team championship match away to the cover. I'll get the far leg. One count. This championship match does continue. Wrestle quiet picture in picture. Fuck television.
I knew it. I could tell they were setting it up, like the way they did that move.
Yeah, exactly. To your point, Ash, I do wonder if Willow and Harley are aware what's happened to Chris Statler. Remember, they're in Australia. Chris Statler is still trying to freaking patch herself up while bleeding buckets of blood after losing the Toxic Spider, who doesn't give a fuck how she got the championship. She just now made AEW's women's division toxic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was that.
You were saying?
Yeah, I was about to say that's definitely not going to play into effect of their group dynamic if Gabe's have retained their title, whereas Statlander doesn't have hers anymore.
That was just a ridiculous strap match.
And in fact, that was the same strap used in Bryan Danielson versus Ricky Starks at AEW All Out 2024.
Is that why it had bloodstains on it? If you looked at it, it still had bloodstains on it.
That's exactly why it had bloodstains still on it. Oh, God, it's soaked into the leather. And here's the cover by Megan Bayne, wiping out Willow with that short-range leg, getting a 2 count. All I know is more Chris Statlander, more Fekla, please. I don't mind their toxic attractions for my viewing. It's absolutely incredible.
More women in any of those type of matches, man. Let them lead in those kind of matches.
Well, AEW doesn't mind bleeding and doesn't mind going hardcore. If you listen to Denise Salcedo's interview with Chris Statlander, she even said it verbatim. Women bleed once a month. If you know, you know, folks. And at the end of the day, if the women want to be masochists and more than the men to show we can hit harder and still be beautiful while bleeding buckets of blood, then fuck, we're going to do it. And that's what makes AEW stand out. These women aren't afraid to fight and be downright destroyed from it.
Yeah, she said, let a woman choose where to bleed from for once.
Exactly. Versus, never mind. Meanwhile, the handstand and Megan Bayne wipe it out with a Nightingale. We got a full commercial break. It's one of those things also where violence yields results. Who the fuck's got a reason to argue, all right? You don't have to be all prima donna, prissy pretty, and laid back in the ring just to be an attraction in this business. If you know, you know, folks.
I think it's more badass when the women do what the men can do, and sometimes better.
I'm about to say, Exhibit A, blood and guts.
Yeah,
that was a good match. Holy crap! Like that was everything it needed to be.
And all 10 of those women made it that.
Right.
Remember saying
it's very misfortunate that the women in WWE aren't allowed to like go that crazy. Because guarantee you, there's probably women in WWE who would love to do that type of shit. And go
if
that
the women fought as hard as they did, like Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 39, or Io, Rhea, and Bianca at WrestleMania 41 consistently, then maybe there'd be something worth buying into in WWE's women's wrestling. And welcome back to AEW for the AEW Women's Tag Team Championships. Go ahead, Walter.
I do feel like it's going to be Io and Julia at WrestleMania for the U.S. title, and I'm here for that shit.
Tag made right now. Penelope Ford and Harley Cameron legal. Harley Cameron, of course, from Queensland, Australia. Nice. Sling blade there.
The improvement Harley Cameron has gone through over the years is just so amazing. From like how she started to where she is now.
Exactly 3 years of her career. Born in Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, by the way. Looking for the German suplex. Megan Bayne with the waist lock. Back elbow strike right now.
Dude, and she's multi-talented. She can play instruments. She can do ventriloquism. She's a wrestler. Like,
beautiful tomato DDT. Puts down the mega sets for the time being. Harley Cameron right now is making sure everybody in her homeland feels the wrath. Now going up to the high-risk district. Harley Cameron looking for something huge here. Cross body. Wiping out Team Megabad.
Damn, she took them both out.
It paid off, though. And right now, Harley Cameron squaring off against Penelope Ford. Grizzly Magnum to both challengers here. Lining up Ford and Bayne. High kick turns Megasis around.
Harley's just being a one-man wrecking crew right now, only to be stopped dead in the tracks right now.
For a moment, puts the midsection, boot to the side of the head, another boot, 3 boots, cover, roll up by Ford. Gets a 2-count Harley Cameron.
That was some very good double teaming moves from Megabad right there.
They kicked her from every direction.
It's almost like chain, man. She was like a damn ping pong.
Yeah.
Or one of those tether balls just constantly being whacked around.
Or what's that Atari game with the walls on the side and the ball going back and forth? Yeah.
Exactly. Look at that Doomsday device, how they earned the tag title opportunity. And Penelope Ford, the moonsault to the outside, wiping out Willow. Harley Cameron, though, roll up on Megan Bayne, the cover, and kick out at 2 by Megan.
I forgot I had the camera off.
High kick. A roundhouse kick by Harley Cameron, ever unorthodox, but quite the agile competitor. Up and over. Megan, though, catching Harley. This is bad. Wood has the door up. They take over. Single leg grab by Harley Cameron.
I swear, when she grabbed it like that, I thought she was going to do a wheelbarrow German.
Again, though, you see the pressure heavily applied to that knee, though. But Penelope Ford coming in of her partner with a running drop kick.
So do we, for all intents and purposes, have to call it an Australian crab today instead of Boston?
What the hell you call that friggin' slap to the chest? Walk shot! Running shotgun drop kick by Megan Bayne, wiping out Willow Nightingale. Harley Cameron gets
There's no way.
Australian Destroyer!
Australian Destroyer? I thought she was going to powerbomb her. That's why I said there's no way.
All 4 women down in this highly contested AEW Women's World Championship match tonight at Grand Slam.
That probably took more out of Harley than it did Megan, because freaking poor Harley just almost took herself out using all that momentum.
Willow's got to get out so you can get tagged.
Right now, I don't think the ref cares who's legal, but who is legal right now is Harley Cameron and Megan Bayne, and all 4 women are squaring off in the middle of the ring. Power versus power, and super bad attitude versus wrath. And Megan Bayne, Harley Cameron pushed up to the ropes. And Irish whips, reversal. Went for the high kick. Penelope Ford got robbed. Megan Bayne did, though. Bayne has her partner. Arm wringer, inside Russian leg sweep, single leg drop kick. Good combination there by the champions.
Oh, here we go.
A tag made of Willow Nightingale, and Willow and Harley might be looking for that double drop. Senton! On Megan Bayne, and Willow Nightingale with the cover to retain a kick out of 2.
She kicked that out like 1.5.
Yeah, I think you're right. Just goes to show the toughness of the Mega Sis that we've come to know her as a breakout since last year. Tag made. Death by driver by Willow Nightingale to Megan Bayne. And low bridge by Ford takes. Ooh, nasty landing for Willow on the apron to the outside. Went for the swan song. Megan Bayne got out of the way. Harley Cameron eats nothing but canvas. And now Megan Bayne tagged Penelope Ford in. For the fresher of the 2 right now. Jawbreaker.
This is their chance to take advantage now that Willow's on the outside.
Mitch's escape into the stunner. And delivered, and long shot, and Mega Sis flies. The lariat by Megan Bayne, and Megan Bayne whopping out well on the outside with a Tobe Suicida.
Dude, we
and
might get the champ.
Moonsault for Penelope Ford. And Harley Cameron, the backslide, the cover, 2.
Oh, nice.
What? Where the hell that come from?
Out of nowhere, the backslash, she kept pushing forward with her body. Penelope Ford couldn't escape. Chance retained.
Well, I didn't know Harley Cameron was a backslide girl.
Well, apparently we know more about Harley Cameron than we thought. She returns home this year, 1 year later, not only with gold, but holding on to it. Bands of Rap still AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions.
Damn, that was sudden, man.
The backslide and the high stack. Penelope Ford couldn't get out of that.
I don't know if Babes of Wrath won as much as survived. Hey, wait a minute!
Oh, wait, what? Is that? Oh! That's Lita Cross! Australia, oh, spear! Australian independent standout. Lita Cross has shared the ring with Megan Bayne before an HOG.
Don't tell me
Lita
they're going to
Cross,
be together.
What the fuck?
There's a third Amazonian? What the fuck?
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine this being the trio?
Yo.
I'd be okay with that.
They're nose to nose. I don't know if they're going to...
Megan Bayne right now and Penelope Ford season the Babes of Wrath Gold as Lita Cross has apparently joined Team Megabad here with one hell of a statement.
Yo, who the hell is going to stop this? This is some big women.
I've been waiting a long time to see Lita Cross in an AEW ring, folks.
We might be seeing another TBS contender right now.
Well, that being said, first off, Lita Cross, welcome to AEW.
That shit is like larger, and largest right there.
if you want to know more about Lita Cross, go watch her versus Megan Bayne for the HOG Women's Championship. That's the first time I discovered her. Lita Cross has also been in the ring with Chris Statlander. She's also a very much tag team specialist, been tagging alongside Denny, for those that know that team, part of Sendai Girls.
Yo, that's an unstoppable force.
Right?
Yo, you're lucky there aren't women's trios titles.
Don't give Tony ideas now. Don't give Tony ideas because he's crazy enough to do it.
You know what? You actually might be right there. For those that don't know, by the way, Lita Cross is out of Perth, Australia. And yeah, she is 6 foot tall, 30 years old, and she is all elite.
She's only 6 feet. Why does like 5'7", 5'8" on a woman look so much bigger?
I don't know.
And that's the Australian women. They're like naturally tall. I don't know what the hell they feed them down there.
Bro, he says she's 6 feet. She looks like 6'3".
When a lot of them play rugby, that's kind of what you get. And again, Tony Khan likes the meat, likes the giants, and I'm all for it for both the men and the women.
Same.
I swear to you, I thought she was like 6'3" just looking at her. Like 6 feet on a woman looks so much taller.
Right.
Holy shit. Lita Cross, high-end. Lita Cross, Megan Bayne, Christian XO, Sterling Denali. Tony Khan's got some tall, heavy hitters. Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander. This division is the definition of stacked.
Yo, can you imagine if one of them as the women's champion, the other as the TBS champion, and the other? That's like, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, good luck overcoming that trifecta. I think we got a whole different women's faction now to counter the Triangle of Madness and the Cosmic Babes of Wrath. Lena Cross, by the way, has shared the ring with M by Elegance, Meggie Lee, Megan Bayne, as I talked about, Lainey Luck, Danny Moe. She's been involved in Deadlock Pro, JCW, HOG, and she is an Australian independent standout. She's also been involved previously in JCW.
Jersey Championship Wrestling, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, again, Lena Cross, welcome to All Elite Wrestling. The only other time Lena Cross has been involved in AEW was a short match against Chris Statlander back last year in July. Wow. Well, the hits just keep on coming. That being said, congratulations regardless why they were laid out. The Babes of Wrath are still the AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions. We got a full commercial break. Fuck television. Well, this show has definitely been getting a good garner of pace. Lena Cross about to wreck shit. I'm all for it.
Oh, I just read she signed in late 2025, so she's been on the league. They just didn't put her. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's how I learned about it. I knew courtesy of NoDQ.com. And High End knows very much, the Renaissance woman knows very much about Lena Cross. I'm very happy to see her part of this company. AEW, man, where the best wrestler and the best keep getting added, or the future bests are being created.
You talk about making an impact on your debut. Whew.
And a home country, nonetheless.
Right.
Right.
Well, as we got a moment to breathe here again, let me remind you all, thank you so much for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, tell friends, subscribe to the Barrier for Wrestling, Barrier to Wrestling. Stay tuned after our coverage tonight for AEW Grand Slam Australia. Of course, we'll be going to the weekly Marriott Conference of Wrestling Master at the Saturday Shenanigans. It'll be me, Ash, and a bunch of other fools driving me batty, quote unquote, regarding all sorts of fans wrestling discussions. So stay tuned for more on that. As we go all in on the wrestling, don't forget, folks, AEW goes all in London once again, and the pre-sale will be March 16th, 10 a.m. Grand Meridian time as tickets go on sale for the public. March 20th, 10 a.m. Grand Meridian time. Again, AEW all in August 30th, 2026 from the Cathedral of Professional Wrestling in the UK, Wembley Stadium.
I hope Willow's Willow. Wow.
What?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I was thinking the same thing if Osprey was going to be recovered by then.
Yeah, I was going to say Will is well enough to make a cameo at least. Not be in the ring or anything, but at least address the crowd.
Well, hindsight's 2020. Speaking of who's wild and who's better enough, Andrade's never looked better since he left the Fed, as he now is one match away from challenging for the AEW World Championship. As we look back at the tail of the tape here, Hangman Page and MJF have been at each other's throats since the genesis of AEW. And of course, Heyman's a former two-time AEW World Champion. Andrade Idolo, though, has been undefeated, though, in singles action. It's time to crown a new number one contender for the AEW World Championship.
He should be able to make it if you guys think of it, because he made it during the retirement in Japan. It was just a cameo. That's all he needs to do in his home country.
Well, Andrade is not home, but he is home in that ring. La Sombra, former NJPW Intercontinental Champion. Not to mention, Ash, he's the number one contender to challenge Suji for the Global Heavyweight Championship at the New Beginning in New Jersey later this month.
Oh, that's going to be a fun match. I hope Suji retains because, please, no more AEW people winning in New Japan titles, please.
Currently 4-0 in singles actions right now. Andrade El Idolo with wins over the likes of Kenny Omega. As Andrade made it all the way to this point because of that. Again, it was 2 weeks ago in Las Vegas. Andrade versus Kenny Omega. Don Callis threw the screwdriver. Swerve was looking to put a swerve in that plan. Inadvertently, though, Aubrey caught Swerve with the screwdriver. Andrade was able to hit Omega with a low blow and the DM. Aubrey immediately turned just in time for the cover, and Andrade advanced.
I honestly didn't think Andrade was going to make it this far, if I'm being honest.
Me neither. Getting his win back against Kenny Omega since Triple A on a bygone era, if you remember that.
Was this when Omega was the Triple A Omega champion?
That is exactly correct.
Okay, cool. I'm just making
Cowboys,
sure that my timeline's right.
I'm about to say, I'm very impressed with you. Cowboy Shiznak has entered Australia. Hangman Page, this will be a first time ever one-on-one encounter. And of course, he is 1/3 of the AEW Trios champions, Jet Set Rodeo, alongside Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight. It would be ironic, though, if Hangman Page went back to Revolution to challenge for the gold, when last year he took on MJF one-on-one in the opener and beat him.
Do you think history might repeat itself?
MJF and Hangman Page, regardless what you think the idea of AEW should be, was, or is going to be, have been the story of All Elite Wrestling and the Triple B. Wouldn't surprise me in the slightest. Of course, he lost the AEW World Championship when he was screwed by the Ops in that steel cage match at Full Gear and failed to recapture it in that fatal four-way at World's End when MJF received his revenge. The bell rings. We're underway. Shout out to Aubrey Edwards, referee for this contest. Andrade Idolo again, coming off that incredible match against Gabe Kidd at the New Beginning. Currently undefeated in AEW since his return. Hangman Page, of course, beating the odds for the Trios Championship, saying he would take everything away from Samoa Joe, and succeeded, while Samoa Joe is still out on injury. Continental tie-up here. The side headlock applied. And again, you figure out the cause and effect. Much to your point, Ash, Hangman Page and Andrade have both been in the crosshairs of MJF. They both want the Triple B, the AEW World Championship, at the end of the day. Hangman looking to become a 3-time champion. Andrade looking for his first. We've already seen MJF judge like Andrade based on his relationship history, while Hangman Page literally caused him to have that match against Brody King to get him in this match tonight in the first place. 2 straight victories over former AEW World Champions would be a huge coup for Andrade's ego. Oh, got caught with a drop kick off that handstand moonsault attempt. And Hangman Page might be caught and loaded early here in Australia, looking for the buckshot. Kick to the midsection, front face lock, DM counter denied. Hangman says Andrade, tranquilo. That's only he can. Oh, he got booted.
You can't be too tranquilo in this kind of match. You better put it all on the line here.
Especially with this cowboy with the plunger, where there's no tranquilo for Hangman Page, honestly.
Yeah, and don't look past one of... Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry?
Go ahead.
I was about to say, Hangman is just like not giving Andrade any time to breathe.
Well, again, how driven is Hangman Page getting back what was stolen from him, especially against the likes of his most hated rival, MJF. Hell, MJF and Hangman Page faced each other 2 times last year, and one of those times was for the AEW Championship at Forbidden Door.
Remember what's at stake, man. It is a title shot. Yeah, I'm going to have my wife do this to Andrade.
And Andrade's getting all the connections around the world. For you, Charlotte Flair. Oh, and a big boot. Hangman Page right now. I mean, hey, girls like cowboys too, right?
Hey, this lucky lady's getting a 2-for-1 special.
And she likes it both ways. On Valentine's Day, nonetheless.
He said, I'm married. You heard him?
Aw, broke the girl's heart. Well, AEW, where love can connect you through professional wrestling.
It is Valentine's Day.
Right?
Oh, well, technically it's not Valentine's Day over there. I think it's Sunday over there.
Technically you're right, but you know what I meant when this show was aired. Anyway, Hangman Page and Andrade back inside the ring, and my love goes to professional wrestling. Now, no woman on the planet. Knife Edge Chop.
Right now. Damn, that was loud.
I was saying like a freaking whip got cracked.
Just firing on all cylinders now.
I think it might have been the glove, but shit, that was loud.
Well, I mean, you know, hard leather on a freaking bare chest. Chris Statler knows a thing or two about that. Hangman Page hooking up Andrade Idolo right now with a faraway throw and a kip up. And again, folks, stay tuned for the first pay-per-view Dylan's counter here. Revolution from the Staples Center. Running shooting star cover gets a 2 count.
There's another one that shouldn't be this athletic at this size.
Again, you can argue athleticism all you want when it comes to what you can do inside that ring. The only thing that limits you is your physical well-being, your imagination. Knife Edge Chop.
They gotta look forward to whoever's the champ. It could be Brody King. You never know. So it could be Brody King waiting in the wings for these two.
This has been the week of new champions to a degree.
Tell me about it.
Brody King's first ever chance at the AEW World Championship, by the way, will be tonight. Former trios and tag team champion, of course. Andrade right now trying to prevent Hangman Page for the superplex attempt.
MJF is going to have to pull out all the tricks just to survive tonight, Noah.
And no kidding, Andrade right now, I sense disaster. Looking for the sunset flip powerbomb. Hangman Page holding on, though.
If he does a damn standing moonsault.
Trying to free himself, and him and Page, the standing moonsault, hooking Andrade, hoisting him up into the pile driver. Andrade able to escape, though. Irish whip, reversal. Andrade up and over, lands on the apron. Catches another big cowboy boot.
Andrade just did his best Shawn Michaels impression.
It's amazing how agile Andrade El Idolo is.
Right.
And right now, him and Page scouting Andrade and Hangman. Andrade, though, catching him. What the hell?
I have not seen Andrade this. Where was this Andrade ever? Like, I haven't seen him like this since the NXT Black and Gold days.
It's amazing what you can.
Andrade, and let's try quiet picture in picture after this commercial break. Fuck television. Up that incredible fly up the second rope out of the corner.
That was an incredible sequence leading to it, by the way.
It's amazing what you can do when they actually give you a fucking opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
When you actually get to showcase what you're capable of inside the ring.
Exactly.
And right now, Andrade showing his aggressive streak against him and Page against the second rope, but the action continues in restaurant quality picture in picture. Like I said, folks, this guy was previously involved in AEW. He was also involved in the Continental Classic, had a heated rivalry with Buddy Matthews, again, get well soon. And to Walter's point, is a former NXT champion. Took the title from Drew McIntyre. Black and gold for life. My NXT! Knife edge chop there by Andrade to Hangman and Page. I'm not sure if Andrade is more dangerous on the outside versus Hangman, considering Hangman's track record. Still to come tonight, talking about forever lovers. Someone's going to love getting a haircut or hate it. You tell me. Still mixed tornado tag team match to come with the Timeless Citrus, Timeless Toy Storm, and Orange Cassidy taking on Willow, Yuta, and Marina Shafir. The loser calling the fall will get their head shaved bald as Don Callis. And I think Australia right now is saying fuck Don Callis, and I agree.
I'm almost afraid to see any of them bald.
I mean, Marina Shafir is already a lethal competitor as it is. Now you give her a military buzz cut, there's no telling how much more dangerous she becomes.
Right, she would look super scary.
She would look like Moxley's freaking equal.
About to say, I mean, she's the one that warms up John Moxley. Whoa! A sidestep on Andrade to Hangman. And a big old boot by Andrade. Squats Hangman down in the corner against the barricade. I'm almost warming up to John Moxley with freaking slaps to the face every match.
You know how much more unhinged freaking Toni would become bald, man? You might release some other actress out of her.
I mean, yeah, about to say, you ever heard of a horror story on the freaking silver screen? That's going to be Thomas Toy Storm wearing a wig. And the cover by Andrade Idolo, bringing Hangman back inside center. Gets a 2 count.
Toni Storm getting her head shaved, entering her Natalie Portman era.
That might be accurate, by the way. Good for Hangman being a married man, not wanting to get caught on live television. That's probably accurate.
Right.
The business watching at home.
Exactly, like that couple at that Coldplay concert.
Yeah, I was going to bring it up, but that's politics.
We don't talk about that here at the Super Liable Studios, but I will allow it because that's also accurate. And good to see Darren G in the chat as well. Again, folks, like, subscribe, comment, and tell your friends as we do this for all the biggest shows, special PAs and pay-per-views across all things. This is the happiest I've been all week. Andrade right now with the side headlock here, grounding Hangman and Page, keeping his grip on Hangman. Hangman with the versatile, shoulders down. Andrade still maintaining position. Of course, Andrade is also the big money man supplying the finances to the United Empire that might be more aggressive than ever. We're back here at Grand Slam, Sydney, Australia from the Quadas Bank Arena. Andrade Eagle over Hangman and Page. Winner becomes number one contender for the AEW World Championship. Hangman and Page, who last won the title against John Moxley at AEW All in Texas last year, freeing that title from that briefcase. And of course, the tale of this match will either be Andrade versus Brody King, or Hangman and Page versus MJF, or vice versa. Andrade versus MJF, or Hangman and Page versus Brody King. Andrade right now, not a good idea to try and wake up the ire of the cowboy. Big right hand. Andrade, of course, with wins over Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland, 2 former AEW World Champions, to get to this point. And Hangman right now slugging it out with Andrade. Good grief. Now looking for some momentum. Oh, man, and got sidewinded with that big boot.
Dude, I could feel every hit. These two are being stiff as hell with one another.
What'd you expect from these two? And off the ropes, Hangman Page stops the boot of Andrade. Look for the discus led. Andrade with the German suplex. Hangman lands on his feet. Watch out! Watch out with a discus lariats.
Yo!
Take a look at
That's
the sequence here. Again, just stop with the duck in the clothesline. German suplex, lands on his feet, and then works out Andrade with that discus clothesline.
Just barely took his head off with that.
Well, that was almost as effective as his finisher.
Hangman Page channeling his own Brody King, it sounds like here. Now driving his head in the turnbuckle like a madman Will Ospreay with the run-in. Clothesline Andrade Idolo here. And Andrade off the ropes. Pop up. Power bomb! Cover. Tip. No! Pressure on the shoulders. Could have won the match there if he had the legs over the shoulders possibly there, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Again, take a look at the powerbomb here. That was high, flat on the back of Andrade's head and neck.
I think there was a second hesitation with Aubrey, too, because she had to position herself. That might have cost the 3 count there.
Well, positioning is key, whether it's the wrestler or the referee. Fundamentals, though.
I'm afraid of what's going to happen on the apron right now.
Andrade clutching his neck, by the way. And Hangman with a big elbow. Oh, this looks like AEW Philadelphia, but I don't think we're going to get a Meteora.
I feel like he's going to give him, what's it, the death shot or whatever it's called? Dead
Eye.
Dead Eye. I think he's going to do this on the apron.
And right now, Andrade, and this gets elbowed by Hangman to Andrade. And to your point, Walter, hooking him up in position, sense of danger, and urgency there for Andrade. Sunset flip, escape, roll through. Sliding lariat to Andrade on the apron.
Do I know my wrestling or do I know my wrestling? I knew he was going to try that shit.
Every chance Heyman gets to freaking lariat Andrade, he's going to take.
He's really working on that neck, isn't he?
Yeah, he is clearly for the buckshot lariat, that full frontal force.
Remember, Andrade missed a lot of time with injuries.
And right now, Hangman Page, once again, looking to capitalize on this new opportunity to get back to the AEW World Championship against his greatest rival out of the corner. Off the top, flying clothesline cover, hook of the leg, and a 2 count.
Bro, at this point, when Hangman hits you with a lariat, it's like getting hit by a damn truck.
Or a kangaroo without kicking you.
Right, we are in Australia.
Again, you gotta wonder with the news coming out this week on Dynamite that will be Kenny Omega versus George Strickland for the first time ever one-on-one. Is that wearing on Heyman's mind at all?
Stop showing that. I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to save money, and they keep showing what's gonna happen Wednesday.
I mean, it's family affordable, so it's entirely up to you. But as I always echo, priorities over passions. Andrade Idolo, though, chanting his Latino heat tonight, looking for the 3 amigos. Shout out to Eddie Guerrero, and connects. Choose the half. Is the cover. Float over. 2. No.
I think it was kind of too much of a cocky cover. That might have cost Andrade.
I'm about to say, you realize you're talking about Andrade Idolo right now, who will sleep with any woman or selfie any woman he can.
I'm just saying, maybe if he put his more of it on Adam's chest, he would have got the 3.
Right now, Andrade Idolo might be looking for something big here out of the corner. Hangman down in the middle of the ring. What's Andrade thinking here?
Oh, my God.
On the second rope. Looking for the top rope. But I think you're onto something, Walter. Like a Spanish god. Moonsault. Double moonsault!
He knew Hangman was going to move. That's
Gets
crazy.
the arm cover, too! And Hangman gets the right shoulder up. Incredible awareness.
Dude, my knees hurt looking at him do that shit.
Yeah, about to say, got the knees out there, but still not enough to put Heyman down here. Pretty much a stalemate at this point, Ash.
Mm-hmm.
And again, does MJF actually care who wins this? Does he want Heyman more, or does he want Andrade for a first time ever? Heyman out of the corner. Wrecking ball clothesline takes Andrade down.
In all honesty, he shouldn't even be paying attention to this because he shouldn't look past Brody King.
And up and over. Well, he did say, I'm not looking past you, but in Australia, I'm going to make you my bitch. Tornado out of the corner over the top. Oh, wait a minute. Caught Andrade. Everyone's ready with the faraway throw of the barricade.
Into the barricade, you son of a bitch. Ow.
Pretty sure that's what Andrade is saying. Or Bendejo.
Andrade might be going, ay, 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 right now.
That's definitely going to do a number on that back.
The back's kind of been the story here of Andrade in this match. I mean, Larry, I think about every bump. To your point, to go to the replay here. Nasty. Woman didn't want to take a selfie of that. And right now, Hangman and Page has Andrade scouting, caught and loaded, looking to slingshot and move forward into the. Oh, God, that back elbow! Cover! Two! Andrade nearly gets it! Jesus! Take a look at this. Went for the big boot instead. That ridiculous flashback elbow strike. Eat your heart out, Judas Effect. That nearly knocked Hangman Page's lights out. It's amazing how he goes for that fake out off that move as well. Now Andrade scouting Hangman for the meteor in the corner. And again, Andrade with Hangman looking for the Hammerlock DDT. Elbow cover. Two. No. Oh, my Lord. That Hammerlock DDT is what led Andrade Idolo to the NXT Championship, folks. But, of course, he has that new move now, that DM, which, of course, beat Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland. Might need to do it here tonight. Look at the double to hook. The jackknife cover. Float over. Heyman. Reversal by Andrade. One. Now, Heyman. Both of these men out of position. Bridge by Andrade. Heyman hooking up Andrade. Dead-eye!
In the dead center of the ring, too.
But he's not able to capitalize.
I think he's trying to roll over so he can do the buckshot. I think he's rolling to the apron.
Again, wait a minute. Don Callis going to the ring. What the hell is he doing? Arguing with Bobby Edwards, trying to create another distraction here.
Somebody's going to come from the other side, or a screwdriver's going to come into play.
Meanwhile, buckshot. Oh, went for the low blow. Heyman was able to scout it. Oh, what the hell happened? My monitor went out. And Heyman to the opposite side of the ring. Don Callis ran like the little bitch that he is. Heyman in position on the west side, looking for the buckshot. Lariat. 1, 2. Heyman is going to Revolution.
I ain't seen nothing that they asked me to witness. My monitor went out, too.
Andrade went for the low blow hat trick, and third time was not the charm. Heyman and Page has an AEW world title shot.
Ooh, things are not looking good for the Don Callis family right now.
And Heyman and Page now has to wait to see who he faces, Brody King or MJF.
When is his title shot? Revolution?
That's right. Again, still the kind of night, our main event, MJF versus Brody King for the AEW World Championship. And now we know Hangman Page awaits the winner. Still the kind of night, talk about the Don Callis family, much to Ash's point. Kyle Fletcher defends the TNT champion against Mark Briscoe in a ladder match in their endgame. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe 7. But coming up next, get ready for a shave and a haircut. Thomas Story, Storm, and Orange Cassidy face the Death Riders in mixed nail tag team match with this commercial break. Fuck television.
I'm scared of this next match. Orange Cassidy's gonna look like a freaking orange peel ball. And then
yeah, if he's the one who takes the fall, that is, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say this real quick. We talked about Thomas Toy Storm going grotesque and being a horror on the silver screen. We talked about little Yuta. He's overdue for a haircut and a half, becoming more babyface than the biggest babyface you could think of right now. And Marina Shafir, she might become more lethal of a military buzz cut. But you really, really expect there's a chance that Orange Cassidy gets his haircut? Dude's got the best hair in AEW. Come on now.
Hey, man. It looked like one of those mini oranges on that smooth peel.
Those mandarins?
Yeah.
Tangerine, I figured what he's looking for, Ash. So that being said, well, Ash, Walter, there you have it. Hangman Page just handed Andrade Idolo his first singles loss.
Oh, wow.
Then it really would be a tangerine tango when he dances with Tony.
Oh, bloody hell, will you stop it?
Hashtag tangerine tango.
Surrounded by idiots. All right, well, that being said, why don't we go ahead and bring you up to speed what the hell this match is happening, because y'all might be wondering what the fuck. This really goes all the way back to Blood and Guts when it comes to Thomas Torrey, Storm, Marina Shafir, since the Mega Problems embarrassed the Thomas Love Bombs, and of course, Toni Storm had to surrender. Of course, in the tournament, we saw Mina and Toni eliminate the Mega Problems from their chances of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championships, and Mary Shafir has not forgotten. conflicts in the conglomeration, though, and the long-term history with Yuta and Orange Cassidy, considering Willow was trained by Orange Cassidy before he betrayed the best friends, went into combat for the Blackpool Combat Club, and joined the Death Riders and John Moxley's Crusade. That's just a little bit of history there. What this really comes down to was World's End. We had Mixed Nuts Mayhem. And who won? Thomas Toni Storm and the conglomeration. Since then, this unique chemistry of Orange Cassidy and Thomas Toni Storm has taken people by storm on their screens, including these two yahoos below me, which is their own mixed chemistry right now against me. And we have seen these two so far, 3-0 in mixed tag team action. Why Marina Shafir with the Yuta? Of course, Shafir trains the Death Riders to a degree. They've also been in mixed tag combat. And Yuta is so damn sick of Orange Cassidy. Marina Shafir looks to smother and hold Mina Shirakawa tighter than Toni Storm. Damn. Not to mention, Marina Shafir has singles wins over both Mina Shirakawa and Thomas Toni Storm. Knock them both the fuck out. Now we come down to this, where someone is going to get embarrassed and get a long overdue shave and a haircut. So again, folks, who do you want to see bald? Do your Photoshop, because one of these four people is about to get a haircut down under in Australia. And in my opinion, it couldn't happen to a more uglier man. Ash, what are your final thoughts when we get back into action here? Because this is it.
I think Marina's getting the pin. She's going to get that buzz cut and be more scarier than ever.
Good Lord.
Oh my God, I'm afraid.
That's almost as lethal as when Minoru Suzuki got his head shaved at Wrestle Kingdom 12 against Roki Goto.
Yeah, that just made Minoru look way more scarier.
Shout out to the first test, by the way, for a theme tonight called Speed for AEW Grand Slam Australia. If we go back inside the arena here in Cindy with the band, 3-time award-winning musical artist is Speed. You can follow them at Game Called Speed. As we're about to get freshly squeezed. You ready for this? Mixed Nuts Mayhem, folks. Here we go.
I'm so scared of what this is going to be.
And for Orange Cassidy, it's whatever. Let's not forget, Thomas Toni Storm was the one that caught out this challenge after Wheeler Yuta threatened to cut Orange Cassidy's hair.
Yuta is due for a haircut, though, like you said.
I would say he looks like the friggin' head of a mop. Orange Cassidy currently 3-0 right now this year alone. And spotlight, please, for our timeless wonder of all elite wrestling, timeless Toni Storm.
I need them to come up with a double team move and call it the Tangerine Tango.
Will you stop that? And of course, the last time we were here, Ash, it was 1 year ago with the Glamour. Mariah May defended the AEW Women's World Championship, and timeless Toni Storm won that title back before killing the Glamour once and for all with a Hollywood ending at Revolution.
I'll give you this. At least this isn't WWE where they force you to lose in your hometown. So Toni might still get away.
I mean, to your point, though, it's also been good for Australians. Harley Cameron did win, but then Lena Cross laid her the fuck out.
I just can't picture beautiful Toni with no hair. No, don't do it.
Well, that dark symphony you love to hear so much, Walter, may make your worst wish come true, because, Cindy, you got a problem. The problem. This is going to be weird. Just straight up weird.
Bro, so weird.
Again, you talked about before how Marina Shafir scares you already, Walter, considering the type of competitor she's been since being in ring in AEW.
And Toni ain't gonna sit still for no hair, because if she loses, she's gonna end up being locked in mama's milk before being sat into the chair.
Well, to your point, we saw Mina Shirakawa smothered in mother's milk. Wait a minute! Orange Cassidy and Toni Storm immediately taking it to the audience here. They ain't going to waste no time, especially what happened this past Wednesday night. I almost forgot to add, this past Wednesday night, they gave Mina Shirakawa a forced haircut in front of Thomas Toni Storm, who couldn't do nothing because she was in a balcony seat.
Yeah, after they locked her in their mother's milk.
And you don't touch Mina Shirakawa's hair. You thought Thomas Toni Storm was pissed off before. You can imagine how outraged she is tonight, Ash.
No kidding.
The delicate, glamorous.
This is technically a regular match, right? Like in the ring, regular one fall.
Tornado tag, but nonetheless, it is a tag match. And Marina Shafir taking a drink. I'm about to say, the audience helping her.
Stirred it.
About to say right now, we're up high in front of the All Elite Fleet. Open palm strike by Toni Storm, record-setting 4-time AEW Women's World Champion. And Willow Yuta trying to choke the life out of freshly screened Orange Cassidy, record-setting AEW 2-time international champion. We talk about how valuable women's hair is. How valuable is Orange Cassidy's hair? So, well, we got one single cut now.
It's part of his whole gimmick, pretty much.
He almost wondered if this will be false count, but you see the referee is in the audience here, trying to restore some law and order. Open palm strike, Marina Shafir.
Looks so weird without his hair. It's just like no.
Yuta does have a bit of a bald spot in the middle of his head, so it might be he wants to cut his hair.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what a forced way to a haircut, though. When Bryan Danielson had his haircut, at least it was donated to a better cause. With a Yuta right now going after Toni Storm and Marina Shafir are still fighting. Again, this is mixed tornado tag, and here in AEW, the men are afraid to fight the women and vice versa. And what the hell now is Yuta trying to do with Toni Storm?
I'm scared. They're too close to
he's
the
gonna put it through that table.
Uh-oh, no, it looks like a pile driver! On the casings!
They're so close to that lighting fixture, too, and she fell off.
Well, this man literally turned into a handicap now. Willow Yuta very happy with his work as Toni Storm is lights out.
Toni might have been pile driven out of this match.
We got referee Stefan Smith and Lufa the Butler and other officials here checking on Toni Storm. To your point, the replay here. That was a pile driver on a stage crate, folks.
I think Luther might be Luther the barber today instead of the butcher. Look how he's dressed.
I think he's ready to give the haircut, but unfortunately, he might have to give it to literally Toni Storm, and she might not even be involved in the decision unless they bring her by force. Now, Willow Yuta and Marina Shafir are literally taking advantage of Orange Cassidy in a 2-on-1 affair.
Right, just taking Toni Storm out of the equation.
Yo, Cassidy, you better fight for your life. Your hair is on the line, buddy.
Yeah, fuck you, Yuta chants ringing out here loud and proud. That's only a face a mother could love, and I don't think even Marina Shafir loves it. And Lufa right now is trying to maybe bring back Toni Storm to life, carrying her out of the wreckage. We bring back inside the ring. It's tornado rules, though, so again, Shafir and Yuta are both legal at the same time.
Oh, man, see what double team moves they do.
Someone threw a shoe at
German suplex with a bridge. It might be over already. 2 counts since referee Bryce Rensburg. To your point, as we've already seen these two in double team cohesion in Ring of Honor and on Collision against Skyflight. As this mixed tag continues, restaurant quiet picture in picture. Fuck television.
Someone threw a shoe at Orange. Or was that Mina? Was that me? Oh no, that was probably Mina taking off her shoes.
Yeah, about to say, yeah, you shouldn't be surprised by that. Of course, former MMA fighter Marina Shafir, one of the 4 horsewomen of MMA. Let's forget.
Yeah, because Marina wasn't barefoot. She wasn't barefoot at the beginning, so that was her that did that.
Well, again, that's just that judo background that she brings forward so much in her wrestling, as you've seen, Walter, in Bloodsport.
Yeah, dude, Orange Cassidy's in some trouble right now.
That's putting it lightly.
There's no need to tag either.
Again, it's tornado tag, so it doesn't matter. And this has been literally turned into a handicap. And how long, Ash, have you think Willow Yuta has been waiting to get Orange Cassidy like this?
Ever since he broke away from the best friends.
Literally trying to take everything he took from Bryan Danielson. Let's not forget, Willow Yuta was also part of Bryan Danielson's Warrior's death. Willow Yuta right now.
I don't think any of these competitors have been to barber school, so this is about to get bowling shoe ugly.
Well, Shafir might have, but she's always squared up, so that's a whole different conversation. For being perfectly honest here, I'm just saying. And again, right now, Orange Cassidy in a world of trouble, and it's surprising me that no one's coming to his aid. Where's the conglomeration, for Pete's sake? Then again, I came down under Australia, now that I think about it. We are in Australia.
Are there rules to this?
It's a tornado tag. Of course there isn't.
So, yeah. Conglomeration can help him.
Well, let's not forget, this past Wednesday, Orange Cassidy was left solo when freaking Roderick Strong left him, confirming he is not part of the conglomeration.
Then again, half the crew flew out early to Australia, so.
Yeah, that's possibly true right there. Darren also saying this is a hard match to predict, and sitting by the base saying Yuta needs to get arrested for what he did to Mina Shirakawa ASAP. I agree to that. I hope Mina Shirakawa personally comes down under in Australia and shaves Yuta bald. That's just my opinion.
I went to full commercial. What the hell?
Well, television. Fuck television. For those that don't know about it, Mina Shafir is still a Defy Women's Champion. Her most recent defense was last year in October against Su Yung. Again, she's been a problem to be reckoned with, and no one's been able to figure out Marina Shafir yet. No one's got a solution to the problem, so that might be the difference here. And I thought Toni Storm might have been the solution, and she got taken out.
Do you think Mina might get involved?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Mina's hair was literally cut by with a Yuta, and the hair was stuffed in Yuta's mouth.
That's if she made the flight.
True.
I mean, you don't think Mina wants revenge? And right now, tag team action here as Marina Shafir is not nursing Orange Cassidy, but is tangling with him. You heard me right.
Here comes Toni.
Tony's pissed. Oh, and there's a low blow to win a Yuta.
No one tangles with the...
I think Toni Storm's about to interrupt this dance.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. And Toni Storm with a German suplex.
Right? She's like, no one dances with him but me.
Right?
This is the weirdest soap opera I've ever seen. German suplex to Shafir again.
Tony's the only one that gets to peel the orange.
Will you stop that? And Thomas Toni Storm is back in action in full color. Catching Orange Cassidy. What the fuck am I looking at? Orange Cassidy right now. Back together with his dance partner. And Toni Storm. A backhand. Up the tag team chemistry here being shown tonight by Toni Storm and first squeeze Orange Cassidy. Marina Shafir, though, getting the better and stopping this dance. Pulled the knee off this record. Those friggin' Muay Thai knee strikes. Went for the high kick. Orange Cassidy. Big right to Shafir! Willow Yuta just saw that. Orange Cassidy right now. And go for the cover and gets a two. And you almost got your wish there, Ash, of Shafir getting bald. And you almost wonder what Yuta thought about that moment there.
Right? the WTF expression on his face said it all.
I mean, yeah, about to say, Thomas Toni Storm taken out of the ring again with a Yuta, the only one left standing. About to say, we all can agree that Yuta needs the one to get his head shaved, right? And Yuta, confidence stun on there. And Yuta, though, with the rebound there. Orange Cassidy scouting it, though, up and around into the implant DDT and a kipper. Orange Cassidy is something else. I don't care what anyone tells me.
I love this man so much.
And Orange Cassidy was looking for the... Wait a minute. Okay, hold on here. You know Shafir would take a bullet against anybody, right?
Yeah, she would. She's like literally ride or die.
And Orange Cassidy with Schoolboy Roll by Shafir and Orange Cassidy the cover too! Oh, man!
She's holding onto that leg.
Looking for the single leg. Now heel maintain control. Almost a modified heel hook here. And again with a Yuta now coming in.
Oh, and here comes Toni.
And Toni now with the crossface chicken wing. And now Bryce Remsburg has to watch both submissions here as one of these two men might get their heads shaved based on who taps out. And now Shafir and Toni Storm both with a decision. And Shafir lets go of Cassidy while Toni Storm lets go of Yuta. Oh boy. And Toni Storm's been waiting for this since getting knocked the fuck out by Shafir with that toe kick.
Right, it's both of these women are just gonna slug it out now.
I need more of this, honestly. And right now, second elbow strike. Shafir said I needed to do better. Open palm strike. Oh man, there's that toe kick.
I don't know if I would want
to Toni just cracked her with a headbutt.
Oh, the psycho knee by Yuta to Toni Storm and the cover on Toni.
Oh, here comes Orange.
Orange Cassidy with the save.
I don't know if I would want to visit a barbershop ran by any of these people. Oh, he hurt his ankle.
About to say 2 count there for Willow Yuta.
Yeah, Cassie's ankle is shattered.
Yeah, well, wasn't for that intervention by Orange Cassidy, Toni Storm would have became bald, hairless. From timeless to hairless here.
Can she have another? Can she even afford to have another cycle breakdown? We've seen Toni have breakdown.
I mean, we saw what happened when Cody Rhodes was grotesque when he was no longer dashing, so I wouldn't rule it out. That being said, with a Yuta right now in control of Orange Cassidy, might be setting him up for Summon Hero as Shafir. And Shafir.
Orange is fighting off.
Fighting off the world right now. Back elbow strike. Wait. Yuta just recycled in Shafir!
Uh-oh, Yuta may get a haircut.
Tope Suicida watch Shafir further away the entranceway, and Tamasori Storm with the German suplex to Willow Yuta, and it might be time for a close-up before a haircut. Lights, counter action. Hip attack in the corner.
The orange right into the what's the pile driver called?
Zero. The cover.
Shit, you guys are getting his hair shaved.
Another bold Japanese man.
Long overdue for this hairy wreck. As Timeless Toy Storm preserves her long blonde locks, and Orange Cassidy remains with the coolest hairdo in AEW. Ladies and gentlemen, with a Yuta, time for a haircut.
Shave his face too.
I love this pairing. I hope they never split up.
I told you. It's the orange and the peel. It goes together.
Congratulations as Bryce Rensburg holds up the hand of Timeless Citrus, Timeless Toy
Oh,
Storm.
look, Mina.
Oh, hello, Mina. I like the bun look, by the way.
Come on, it's the orange, the peel, and her real husband's name is Juice. It just goes together.
That's true. Yeah.
The thing is, though, Mina Shirakawa wasn't sure what to think of these two as a duo right now. And again, Bryce Rensburg is reminding Yuta, you decided this match. You have to honor the commitment.
And Luther's already in a barber's outfit. Look.
Again, I like the mustache. He's got the mustache, too.
He's got the old school Italian Brooklyn barber.
Get the haircut down near the nutria. You have to sit in the seat.
Safety first.
Of course, Yuta is not going to honor that.
They're going to put him to sleep.
But whether Yuta rather literally go out of this building or rather lose his job than lose his hair tonight.
He's saying we could do it in the back. He doesn't want to do it in front of everybody in the TV.
Well, I mean, hey, it's him or it's his job. I mean, it's up to him, I guess. It looks like no one's going to stop with a Yuta from... Oh, wait a minute. John Moxley.
You got to honor it, he's telling them.
John Moxley does not appreciate failure. He's a bald guy. I mean, hey, the bald look can work.
He's telling I'm bald. Shit, works for me.
It really does, honestly. Even John Moxley understood what happened here tonight.
Damn, Mina look good.
And she always looks good. That just goes without saying. Back inside the ring.
I still want the bisexual brawl.
And Shafir is also here as well. Shafir accepting defeat.
Or make it a bisexual battle royal.
And we've heard the "You Deserve It" chant many a times here in AEW, and it's never been more poetically correct than right now.
Marina's holding his hand.
From cutting Mina's hair on Wednesday to Mina Shirakawa cutting his hair on Saturday. And Mina gets the first clip, and she is not being gentle.
No, not at all. She's just like really getting in there. She wanted that revenge.
Revenge is sweet.
Hey, getting a haircut might revitalize your career. Look what Great Khan did to, what's his name, in New Japan.
I mean, that's true. John Moxley cut Great Khan's at one point, to your point.
Yeah, it worked for Shota Umino. It worked for Minoru Suzuki. It could work for Yuta.
Yeah, exactly. You know, just think of it as a new beginning.
Exactly.
And just stay still, buddy. As Orange Cassidy's got the clippers.
Oh, my God. I hope there's a real barber on standby to help fix this dude's edge up.
And we might have to take a commercial break here to clean up the hair from the ring, folks. Wow, look at that scalp.
Orange is not doing that too bad of a job.
Bro, he's got a 1 on that clipper. That's bald. He's got a 1 on it.
As someone who just got a haircut at Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men this Friday and literally had a 1 everywhere and finger length on the top, I completely agree. And now Luther is going to finish the job.
I just got a haircut too, new glasses, everything.
I'm long overdue for a haircut. I'm gonna wait until the snow melts and gets warmer before I cut my hair really short because I'm
Ash, well, Ash, in my opinion, you have the most lovely hair right now in the Superstar Studios.
Thank you.
Hey man, just leave it all on the side and give him the Hulk Hogan look.
Yuta finally getting a long overdue haircut. As he gets head shaved, we'll finish the rest of the job in the back. I guess that's enough public communication for tonight. Wow, he looks like a freaking black-haired gorilla.
Poor guy.
Freaking Tony's like smiling in the hair.
Ew.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Coming up next, TNT Championship ladder match. Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe 7 for the TNT title when we come back to AEW Grand Slam Australia. Fuck television.
Tony's such a nut bar. I love
Tony's
that
dancing in the DNA.
Yeah.
That's accurate, actually. Well, let's be honest here. If anyone was overdue for a haircut in AEW, it was really Yuta.
Mm-hmm.
Shave his face too while you're at it.
Well, I mean, at least Mina was gentle. Mina, always so gentle as she always can be. Anyway, I thought after what they did to her on Wednesday, they were going to stab him.
I'll let Mina cut my hair as long any excuse to touch me.
Will you be sensible? Bloody hell. This is what I got to deal with, folks, on a regular basis. If you want to get more of this madness in your weekend night, then stay tuned for the Shadow Shenanigans, hosted by, God help me, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. We'll be covering AEW Grand Slam, TNA No Surrender, the title changes for Ciampa, and someone that should not have a title right now that I'm going to not name right now because I'm trying my best not to barf or freaking go on a tangent, if you know what I'm saying. Dig what I'm saying, man. And
if
so
you
much
want to
more.
rent, you got to PayPal.
Look, if they want Superman tonight, it's going to cost a PayPal. As simple as that. And I have no problem chastising right now. Trust me, I don't. That being said, damn it, Walter, you freaking idiot. Well, with Yuta getting no longer overdue haircut, I'm very curious what he's going to look like the next time we see him on Dynamite or in action. And to your point, Ash, he might be as bald as Jon Moxley.
Yeah. It's gonna be super weird and jarring to see.
It's gonna be jarring.
Yeah, because I'm so used to seeing him with the long hair. Like seeing him without, be like, oh, well, oh.
Hey man, Claudio's bald, Moxley's bald, now Yuta.
Yeah.
I mean, it just works right there. So I mean, again. All right, well, as we got a moment to breathe here, Ash, what do you plan on doing here in the near future on your channel, or have you have any foresight towards what you want to do?
So I'm going to get around to doing my New Year's Dash recap once I get around to watching it, and put that as a double feature with the Osaka show, because there's still like a couple of matches because even though there's like the build up to Osaka, I've noticed there's some matches that build up to it that I would love to talk about, especially going on the junior tag team side of things.
Right.
And I got some stuff planned for WrestleMania that I was originally going to do this month, but I'm working on the script, and that's going to be reserved for March now.
All right. Fair enough. And again, you just got to find the time and figure out what you want to do. Of course, we got the New Japan Cup coming up. And again, folks, we're on New Japan Pro Wrestling. Stay tuned for our coverage of New Japan Pro Wrestling's The New Beginning here in Trenton, New Jersey and USA. The main event will be Andrade Idolo versus Yoshisuji for the Global Heavyweight Championship. That and so much more to come because of Simple Lava Studios. We got, of course, Elimination Chamber coming up for the Fed. And, of course, next month, the AEW League officially kicks off with AEW Revolution. As we are back here at AEW Grand Slam Australia, looking back at the events that transpired with Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland, where both men were in a heap at the end of a brawl, which means for the first time ever, these two will go one-on-one. The best bout machine versus the most dangerous man in AEW. Kenny Omega versus Swerve Strickland with an outside outlook on the AEW Men's World Championship.
That's gonna be a fucking banger.
About to say, you both were about to say the same thing at the same time. About to say, you want to talk about bangers, here's something that's going to be a thriller. Let's go ahead now and move on. It's time for our TNT Championship ladder match, our semi-main event. Here's the former champ, Mark Briscoe.
Let's see if he gets the hero welcome, Kyle, that is.
Yeah, that's a good point. And as far as Megan Bayne, she is a first ballot future AEW Women's World Champion.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I would love to see that honor.
Kenny needs another world title, in my opinion. The biggest name of the last 25 years to never compete in WWE. That's accurate.
Mm-hmm. I mean, especially because we don't know how much time Omega has left.
Yeah, very true. As again, he wants to get one last chance to prove to himself, can he still be champion? In the meantime, Mark Briscoe will become a 2-time TNT champion. And of course, this is Kyle Fletcher, Mark Briscoe 7th. The record stands 3-3. And this will be the third match over the TNT title alone.
Let's hear the pop.
Let's find out if the Protostar gets that hero's welcome. That's quite an ovation right there for Australia's own.
This is his actual hometown. He's from Sydney.
That's correct. Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. Trained out of PW Academy by Travis Banks, Madison Eagles, and Ryan Eagles.
No, he's 3-0 so far in 2026.
As you see right here in this exclusive, Kyle Fletcher asked Kazuchika Okada to not get involved in the match tonight.
Why would he?
Proto Okadas. Both men are now champions.
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool name, Proto Okada.
And of course, Kyle Fletcher did it all on his own ass this past Wednesday on Dynamite against Tommaso Ciampa. So Kyle Fletcher definitely earned this second chance, but he wants a whole new beginning with Mark Briscoe no longer part of the story. The only way, folks, the title can change hands here tonight is if a person climbs the ladder and seizes it high above the ring. There are no countouts, there's no disqualifications, and there has to be a winner.
Mm-hmm.
This man might walk out of London the champ. I'm telling you, this is Kyle's year, man.
From Continental Classic 2024 to the Ring of Honor World Title to the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament to a no disqualification match to a standard match for the AEW TNT Championship. This is the final chapter in their long-running story that dates all the way back to 2024 summer.
Yeah, and whoever comes out as champion, they have Tommaso Ciampa to worry about.
Yeah, someone tells me Ciampa is not going to be too far away from getting back Sylvie at his moment.
Mm-hmm.
After Kyle gets Briscoe in the rear view, I honestly think he also needs to leave the family behind, and the rest will be history for this year for him.
Yeah. Do you think Fletcher turns babyface?
I think so.
I think someone from the Don Callis family will go babyface before the end of the year and also leave it. And both these men immediately kicking things off, as they usually do, trading bombs. Oh, man. And they're freaking redneck karate.
I think him and Takeshita will both leave the family by the end of 2026.
Well, they are the inaugural members of the family. Kyle Fletcher sent to the outside. And of course, in a ladder match, there really is no strategy. Just reckless abandonment and innovation to seize the championship.
The only plan in the ladder match is to climb and pull.
Yeah, it seems easy, right? Oh.
Yeah, that's the game plan, is dismantle your opponent, so make sure that he don't climb the ladder, so that way you cap the opportunity to do so.
And as
Easier
you know,
said than done.
And as you know, Ashton Walton, the ladder is not just the tool of the victory, it's also a violent weapon of destruction that's completely legal. Having a half suplex on the floor there by the Protostar.
I love ladder matches. My favorite part about the ladder match is seeing the innovative ways the ladder is used as a weapon.
Well, I'm sure Kyle Fletcher, in his young uprising career, breakout star last year in AEW as well, let's not forget, not even 27 years old yet, has all sorts of devious intentions tonight in this ladder match.
I bet you we'll see a
You were saying, Walter?
I bet you we'll see a helicopter spin.
I mean, you know, again, let's also keep in mind, folks, this is a Briscoe we're talking about in a ladder match. They wrote the book on ladder matches in Ring of Honor. Ladder wars were defined by the Briscoes.
Right, the kings of the Briscoes were the kings of ladder matches.
SCU, Gorillas of Destiny, Young Bucks, you name it, they fought them in and out of ladder wars.
You know, he's going to feel froggy, and he's definitely going to jump.
Oh. The Kingdom as well. And again, snap suplex on the floor right now. Much to Ash's point, Mark Briscoe is trying to wear out Kyle Fletcher. What is Mark Briscoe thinking already?
Probably a froggy bow off the damn rope. I mean, ladder.
Oh, boy. And we saw ladders coming to play in the no disqualification match for the TNT Championship. Oh my God!
Could have gone so horribly wrong.
Yo, he's lucky that ladder wasn't taller.
Right? He just bounced off those ropes. That could have been nasty.
Well, off the ropes to the apron to the floor. Still a very nasty landing for Mark
Something's
Briscoe.
on Kyle's mind.
I think he's going to go for a moonsault of sorts.
I mean, again, the only thing that limits you is reckless abandonment. Well, being damned! Moonsault the ladder, wiping Mark Briscoe on the floor.
You know what could work against Kyle today? The pressure of trying to perform in his home crowd and make everybody proud of him can actually be a hindrance to him. He might not focus too well because he's just going to try to make them proud.
Well, he's trying to make them proud or himself proud. The pressure the Protostar puts on himself since he broke out from Will Ospreay's shadow and his identity and opinion. Again, that was a nasty, nasty build off that ladder. Kyle Fletcher has really come into his own and it's given mixed results.
The thing is, Kyle can normally give a damn what the crowd thinks of him, but I'm thinking here in front of his hometown, I think he's going to try to feed off of it and might try to do too much, so he has to be careful.
There's a palm strapper cut there by Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe off the ropes, preventing collision in the ladder. And Kyle Fletcher, though, has Mark Briscoe hoisted up and long darted into a suspended ladder in the corner.
Yo, literally at the tip, that thing went flying.
Yeah, he was just about to pop an eye out with that.
Bullseye with Mark Briscoe's head.
Yep, if this was darts, that was definitely a damn bullseye.
And now Kyle Fletcher taking in his hometown, much to Walter's point right now. Very pleased with his work so far. First 72 Fisher one-on-one, folks. Again, look at the replay here real quick, though. Watch the way Mark Briscoe's head collides into the top of that ladder.
I think when they cut back to him, he's going to be bleeding much.
Yeah, I'm about to say, what happens when skin meets steel? There you go. And Mark Briscoe, no stranger to shedding red. But we've also seen Mark Briscoe. Briscoe could be even at its most dangerous when they see their own blood.
I knew it. That's why they went to the replay and cut away from everything.
Now Kyle Fletcher making the first ascent. Mark Briscoe, though, hot pursuit. Again, you also figure about you can't see very well as that blood continues to splatter in your eyes and burn your vision.
And just think about this, Noah, the higher you are, when you're bleeding, the higher you are on the ladder, you got a better chance of passing out or not getting the right amount of oxygen because you're high up in the air.
And nasty Russian leg sweep off the ladder as this cacophony of construction continues in Restaurant Quiet Picture-in-Picture. Fuck television. Now Mark Briscoe with the ladder in hand and Kyle Fletcher taking down off that ladder off that ridiculous Russian leg sweep, hoisted up in the corner. Might not want to turn around. Oh, God! Battering ram ladder into the head of the Protostar. Now both these men might be shedding red.
I think he got his revenge on there. He long darted the ladder instead of Kyle.
Well, much to your point, Walter and Ash, when these two last faced one-on-one, it was for the AEW TNT Championship. It was a no disqualification match, and Mark Briscoe beat Kyle Fletcher. Oh, Jesus. Yes, he is hard open. With a froggy blow off the top of the ladder through a damn table covered in tacks. So we know how dangerous these two men are willing to go, especially against each other. They've shared close to an hour and a half of in-ring time alone against one another.
That's ridiculous.
Freaking 19 minutes in the freaking Continental Classic. Freaking 13 minutes over the Ring of Our World Championship. In a mutual bout on Collision, 15 minutes. 25 minutes over the Wrestle Dream. And freaking 25 minutes in their last bout at Full Gear.
That's right. I forgot. They were like 5 seconds away from the time limit running out on the Continental Classic.
16 seconds, actually.
Yeah.
To your point. And right now, Mark Briscoe, trying to set up the ladders around ringside here. Again, to Ash's point, the only thing that limits you here is the innovation of your ridiculous imagination.
Bro, we're getting this for free. This is like pay-per-view quality. This collision today.
That's what AEW does on a regular basis, though. And the show is called Grand Slam for a reason, bruv. Now a ladder bridge. Oh, Lord.
Oh, shit. I shudder to think what's in his brain.
I shudder to think whose body goes through that ladder bridge. Rising knee strike and a big headbutt by Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe given time to recover. And Kyle Fletcher driven face first into that ladder bridge off that Irish whip.
That's like a semi truck going through a low bridge, man.
And fortunately, Kyle didn't duck. And Mark Briscoe again teeing off against that open wound. Mark Briscoe, of course, former Ring of Honor World Champion, and of course, 13-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion.
I'm almost afraid of what these two can do to each other.
And Mark Briscoe right now hoisting up Kyle Fletcher to the apron, and oh my God, don't tell me oh! It's a Guri by the Protostar. It's a very
this is all while it's still picture-in-picture. Wait till we get back to full screen.
Yeah, who says you have to rest during picture-in-picture when it comes to a ladder match? Nope, I'm still going to fucking try and kill you. As we are back here now, to your point, at Grand Slam Australia, the referees are only there to call the winner. They cannot stop this. TNT title on the line, and there's no time limit. And right now, Mark Briscoe hoisted up by Kyle Fletcher. Oh, my God.
Yeah, they're literally just there to call for the bell when somebody pulls the title down.
And big uppercut. Redneck karate on full display. Now Mark Briscoe picking up momentum at big boots. Suspends Kyle Fletcher on the ladder bridge.
Oh, shit.
Again,
I think a Froggy Bro is coming.
Are so self-deconstructive. And Mark Briscoe might be feeling Froggy Bro on the ladder bridge.
That's like the fourth thing I've called. They've done. Oh my God.
Good Lord.
The question is, did he do more damage to his own body, Noah?
When does a Briscoe not do more damage to themselves is the better question. The critical moment right now for Mark Briscoe to ascend the ladder, become a two-time TNT champion. Kyle Fletcher has been neutralized for the time being. And remember, Kyle Fletcher asked Shuto Okada to not get involved in this. Doesn't mean other members of the family won't, though. And Kyle Fletcher, though, is seeing the TNT title literally fade away from his eyes and picks the ankle just in the nick of time.
The TNT Championship.
Yeah, literally discombobulated might be Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher, but enough awareness to stop Mark's ascent at the most critical second.
Dude, just push the ladder over. Don't even fight Briscoe the body.
Again, take fingertips, and to your point, Kyle Fletcher has Mark Briscoe hooked up, and oh no,
there's a ladder on the rope.
On a ladder!
It broke in half too.
God Almighty!
I don't know what broke first, Briscoe's spine or the ladder.
That ladder has been warped and buckled on that human body. Oh boy, there it is. Take a close look at that.
Well, that ladder's going to be no good for the rest of the night.
That might have been Mark Briscoe's last ride there. Vicious high jackknife Liger bomb. Will they see the homecoming hero leave with the gold tonight at Grand Slam Australia? Kyle Fletcher now on the ascent. And again, Mark Briscoe somehow back to his feet. It's a super kick.
It's hard to climb with a busted back, though.
Busted back, busted leg, screwed up ankle. It really comes down to what these men are willing to endure to seize the title.
We've seen how far Kyle Fletcher takes things.
Including a standing Spanish fly off the top of a steel cage last year against Will Ospreay at Revolution, to your point.
Look how far he went when he wanted to get Ospreay into the rearview mirror and get that little rivalry over with.
I hope there's enough ladders around ringside underneath the ring here, because at this point, they're going to break every ladder before they climb the only one standing.
Somebody may need to make the equivalent of a Home Depot run, whatever store they got in Australia.
I have no idea. And right now, we're getting a Richter set here. The ladder being placed with another ladder in between the turnbuckles here. And another bridge over troubled wire has been set up inside the ring this time versus across the outside in the apron. Oh, please don't die.
It's probably Kangaroo Jack's hardware.
Yeah, all it takes is one misstep here from disaster, Walter. I sense disaster.
I'm scared.
Again, big headbutt, and now Mark Briscoe buying the head of the open wound of the Protostar.
Ew. Tastes like what? What did he say it tastes like?
I think he said Vegemite. I'm not sure. And right now, Mark Briscoe teeing off the midsection against Kyle Fletcher. This is extremely scary. Now Fletcher, the audience chanting what I'm saying, please don't die. That is a very unsteady ladder. And Mark Briscoe might be looking to hook Kyle Fletcher for a J Driller on it. On the suspended ladder bridge, Kyle Fletcher plays J Driller for the ladder. Jesus Christ!
He hurt his own mommy and daddy button, as JJ calls it.
My God, he's gotta be dead.
Well, I hope Briscoe's done having kids.
What the fuck? Take a look at this again as New Jets come back.
Shit.
J Driller for a suspended ladder bridge.
Well, that's going to give him the opportunity.
Oh, look, he's using the broken ladder as the first few steps to climb up higher.
That's very creative. Really smart on him.
And Kyle Fletcher is barely moving. Mark Briscoe slowly on the ascent once again to become a two-time TNT champion. That might be all she wrote here, folks.
Oh, here comes Fletcher.
How the fuck is this man still moving? Now it's a race to the top once again. Clubbing shot. You see the sweat flying off Kyle Fletcher's back with these shots. Take it down. Fletcher down. Briscoe up. That ladder is not underneath the championship either.
Fletcher's like, no, you don't.
And Kyle Fletcher immediately on the ascent.
Where Fletcher get this boost of energy from?
Well, adrenaline makes a man do crazy things, especially when the golden ambitions are behind it. Oh, dear God. Oh, no, not from there. Not like this. Kyle Fletcher looking up Mark Briscoe. Ash, I think you're on to something. From the
oh, shit.
Brainbuster! Off the ladder!
As if Briscoe can afford any more brains to get busted.
Man, that took them both out.
Take a look at this. Above the height of the ladder, Protostar Brainbuster, Mark Briscoe fell 20 fucking feet on his damn head.
I feel like he's putting that ladder into position now.
Yeah, an absolutely sickening impact that might have concussed Mark Briscoe out of action. And Kyle Fletcher, to Ash's point, is putting the ladder back in the center. And Kyle Fletcher, once again, is looking to seize the TNT Championship and close this story once for all against his greatest, most formidable, annoying rival.
He's stirring.
Again, I don't know how Briscoe's breathing. I don't know how both these men are even climbing. And again, all it takes is one shot to stop either of these men from taking one step closer to the TNT Championship. Now Mark Briscoe standing on the ladder next to Kyle Fletcher. You see the labor movements here by both men. Kyle Fletcher, fingertips away, has eyes on the prize. Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher both on top of ladders. TNT title looming above them. Oh, boy. The seventh match in this series that has been going on for 2 years now. Kyle Fletcher staggered. Mark Briscoe not in position, though. Again, reaching for the sky. And Mark Briscoe, Kyle Fletcher, tipper! And Mark Briscoe stun gun on the top row. Kyle Fletcher remains perched at the top of the ladder. Mark Briscoe down. Kyle Fletcher's up. Kyle Fletcher with the title in hand. Just a few more runs away. Oh, he's got this block. He did it. Kyle Fletcher is still the TNT champion. Good Lord. That was fucking gnarly. Ash, Kyle Fletcher sure as hell earned that one.
Oh, absolutely.
He wanted a hero's welcome. He not only got a hero's welcome, he got a home team victory tonight in Sydney, Australia.
You're right. And plus, he's the only Don Callis family member with a win.
Kyle Fletcher defeats Mark Briscoe for the final time in their epic saga. 4-3 and still TNT champion. As the Don Callis family continues moving forward with the Protostar looking to prove that he is the greatest TNT champion of all time, adding this match to that portfolio. But a commendable, reckless effort by both here tonight, Ash, as the ladders tell the story sprawled around the ring and ringside.
Those ladders are unforgiving.
The moves they did to each other was unforgiving.
Yeah, this whole match was just unforgiving. Congrats to Fletcher for retaining.
And Mark Briscoe, that's a hell of a fight, man. You manned up, but you didn't reach high enough. Congratulations to the Protostar, still TNT champion. What a night it's been here at Grand Slam Australia, Ash, and it has been a hell of a ride to see who has risen to the occasion tonight. And Australia's own, when it was the most critical, did the unthinkable.
I'm looking forward to see what's next for Fletcher as he's TNT champion.
No kidding. What a match as Darren G echoes our sentiments. Well, folks, as we get ready for our main event, just to recap, Konosuke and Takeshita and John Moxley went to a 20-minute time limit draw. John Moxley is still the AEW Continental champion, but he got laid out by the Alpha post-match via power drive knee and a raging fire. So clearly the rage for Konosuke and Moxley is far from over. I look forward to the next time these two have a one-on-one encounter. We saw the Bears of Rev were able to hold on to the gold against Team Megabad, and Lena Cross has arrived in AEW, wiping out the champions afterwards. Hangman and Page was able to outsmart Andrade El Idolo to the low blow, hit a buckshot land, and is now moving forward to AEW Revolution. Willow Yuta finally got a long overdue haircut after being pinned by timeless Toni Storm. And we just saw Kyle Fletcher continue his legacy as a two-time TNT champion, surviving that ladder match against Mark Briscoe. But now it all comes down to this. It's Man Man time at Grand Slam Sydney for the AEW World Championship. And here it comes, Brody King. Brody King's first ever chance, Ash, at the AEW World Championship.
Oh, wow.
Former Trios champion, former AEW Tag Team champion, but has never had a chance for the AEW World Championship. Of course, earning this opportunity, pinning MJF in Las Vegas in that Eliminator match. MJF looking to make a statement, though, before heading to Revolution against a very familiar foe.
Has Brody King ever won a singles title?
No.
This is his solo one and only opportunity right now. Interesting.
For the world title, yes, he has had previous chances for the AEW International Championship, but he's never won singles going AEW. Meanwhile, here comes, he's better than you know it, Maxwell Jacob Freeman holding the Triple B, two-time AEW champion who's already defended that title in and out of AEW successfully. And this heat with Brody King really picked up after MJF tried to embarrass and unmask Bandito after a commendable effort. Our main event is up next, folks. MJF, is he going to Revolution to take on the Cowboy, or does Brody King give us an upset? Main event after this commercial break. Fuck television. It's one of those things also, though, where MJF has already defended this in independently limitless wrestling, where, of course, Buster and the Brain were signed to All Elite Wrestling. And ever since MJF is holding on to this goal for the second time, he's got a huge hit list of challengers in his sights. But after being embarrassed by Brody King, Curtis, and Hangman Page, tonight he's not looking past Brody King, but he's looking to make them kids bitch. Now,
MJF has MJF is not only is he proving that he's like a fighting champion, taking that title everywhere, but he's got like a who's who of opponents lined up for him if he does retain tonight.
Yeah, and it's one of those things also where we now know, Ash, if he defends the AEW Championship successfully here, his Triple B, he has Hangman Page waiting for again next month at Revolution.
And those two had a match at Revolution last year. Did he have another match at Revolution?
Prior to that, no. But at Revolution, MJF did overcome Bryan Danielson in 6-minute Iron Man match in sudden death to hold on during his first run as the AEW World Champion. So Revolution has had mixed fortune for MJF. When it came to the gold, that's where he's been successful.
And Hangman Adam Page has quite the record at Revolution as well, right?
Texas Death Match against John Moxley. Victory successful. Former Trios champion. Lost, of course, to the House of Black at Revolution. And, of course, last year at Revolution, beat MJF on his road back to the gold before entering the Owen.
My God, I hate this hill that I got to walk up in my house. Dude, it's literally like half a mile to the driveway.
Hey, welcome back. You're in time as we're talking about the main event here. So why don't you go ahead and share your 2 cents on this match?
Oh, Brody MJF is going to have to survive, not just win, because Brody King is a man on a mission. Although I think MJF is going to win and retain. I think he might run the gauntlet between all these people that are going to end. I know they're doing this tournament that, Hangman just won, but I think eventually he's going to end up defending the title against every single participant that was involved in that.
Yeah.
So I think MJF is going to win.
Of course, we talked about the people, again, that are out of the tournament, out of championship contention for now, including one Swerve Strickland, who has yet to face MJF here in AEW ever in a one-on-one match. Kenny Omega, former longest-reigning AEW World Champion. MJF overcame Kenny Omega during his first run to surpass Kenny Omega's run, 406 days. MJF, of course, holds the record. And much to what you talk about also, Darby Allin is also trying to get to the top of AEW, but he's got to deal with a madman right now that's not a Death Rider before he can get there. And, of course, his first defense so far was against Bandito successfully. Of course, the running brother and still reigning and defending our world champion. Of course, one half of Brodito when Brody King and Bandito had the gold. Let's go down to Arcade for our main event introductions.
Man, time flies in AEW, man. When they put on good-ass wrestling, man, you don't pay attention to the time. And shit flies by.
When you don't have wrestling that's a bathroom break, time is not a factor because your passion carries you forward.
Mm-hmm.
Big match feel.
Definitely a big match feel.
Yeah, I'm about to say one of the biggest, heaviest hitters in AEW. Brody King.
Where's he from?
Brody King was 3-0 so far in AEW. He's from Los Angeles, California. And of course, from Long Island, New York, 29 years of age, our 2-time AEW World Champion, 11 years involved in the game, Maxwell Jacob Freeman, the holder of the Triple B, MJF. No flag.
And he's better than you.
And you know it. And he's proven it time and time again. Of course, the last time we saw him and Brody King choked him out and gonzo bombed him into oblivion.
You can talk all the shit you want about how cocky he is and how he's an asshole, but he goes out and proves it night after night after night. You got to admit that.
When you're actually trying to write checks that your ass can cash, MJF is the definition of that.
Yeah, he's a fighting champion, all right.
The bell rings and we're underway. To your point, this will be his third defense of the Triple B. After overcoming Alec Price and also overcoming Bandito since winning the AEW World title last year at World's End against Samoa Joe, Swerve Strickland, and Hangman Page, pinning Samoa Joe, the man that first took it from him, as MJF immediately goes to the outside into the Sydney Australian audience. As only he can. Well, so far, this match is longer than the Eliminator, Ash.
Sorry?
This match is longer than the Eliminator.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. They had Brody squash. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, that's one way to make Brody King look dominant.
Well, yeah, when Hangman Page is the scourge of MJF's existence, what do you expect? And right now, kind of a tie-up here as we get things immediately underway. And of course, Brody King is the heavier, more powerful aggressor that MJF is going to have to outsmart and out-technique tonight to leave still AEW World Champion.
And don't forget, Brody King is agile too, because that boy can flip.
And running cannonball in the corner. MJF is very well aware of that. Kick to the midsection, though, as MJF looks to neuter this dog tonight. Side headlock applied.
They got to follow up that damn crazy-ass ladder match, though.
Well, it's the cornerstone of AEW, the AEW World Championship. Swing and a miss, and right now, MJF outpacing Brody King. Swings out the back door. Brody King pushed up the ropes. O'Connor roll denied. Going on. And watch out on the lariat!
That's a big
left.
Dude.
What a left hook.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's a huge man. Every time he get hit, it's like crashing into a wall without the seatbelt on.
And that's like getting a frying pan to the chest. Referee Bryce Rensburg for this contest.
Brody King is a big hoss wrestler.
6'5", 284 pounds. Uh-oh. Oh, God. MJF getting a tan tonight. Just getting the wind knocked out of him. And Cody Savani, a masochist, saying one more time.
If MJF survives, dude, he would have really deserved and walked through hell just to survive.
Overhead military press slam delivered.
Right.
And, you were talking about bowling earlier.
Is it me or is this kind of one-sided right now?
Oh,
and a
right to the gutter. Right into the gutters.
As MJF was able to slip out of the way, seeing his life flash before his eyes.
I still can't believe you guys don't do 5-pin down there.
MJF is more defensive than offensive right now.
Well, he needs to be against this big man. Well, I'm about to say he's got to neutralize the big man's power, and that's a great way of doing it. As he goes after the legs, and of course, you take out the base, it's hard to stand for Brody King, and it's hard to exert all of that forward momentum that he loves to do with those lariats.
You take out.
Oh, sorry.
You take out the foundation, the house will fall.
I was about to say that. Yeah, that's.
Well, of course, we know
his mobility.
We know MJF has that Fujiwara armbar. We don't know if he has a leg-based submission.
Mocking him and telling people to suck it.
MJF loves to run his mouth, loves to judge at the audience, loves to get into his opponent's head. He wrestles so psychologically. And right now, trying to break Brody King down and looking possibly for a single leg crab.
MJF was pointing. He was pointing to his down under.
Again, Brody King, though, way too powerful to keep down on the mat right now. Just clubbing away at MJF. Brody trying to fight through the pin right now. And I'm trying to hoist MJF up. MJF able to escape. On shot block.
Yeah, man. Say what you want. He's had smart strategy trying to go after the tree trunk.
Wait a minute.
He's using the kangaroo kick.
No.
He ain't gonna do that shit. He's teasing the crowd.
There's no way that's going to hit tonight in Sydney. Back to his fin on Jeff. Kangaroo drop kick and a kickbox. Oh my gosh. This guy is as narcissistic as they come. And that is undisputed.
He's got reason to be, though, if you think about it.
I know, but it doesn't make it any less annoying or intolerable. MJF right now looking to go off the ropes with a top inside Cena, driving Brody King into the barricade.
This is the great thing about a heel like MJF. When you talk that kind of shit and you can back it up, man. When your word is just as good as your promos, then there's no denying you.
And up and over, sunset flip, unable to take Brody King down, breaks away the grip, and went for the senton. MJF again able to outpace Brody King.
There he goes, working on that leg again.
Yeah, and MJF has exploited a weakness here as now literally grapevining that leg into a heel.
I love how methodical MJF is. This is amazing. I love this shit.
And the fact that he's attacking Brody King's legs versus his arms here shows how multifaceted MJF can be in a wrestling match.
Everything's decisive.
Yeah,
everything's deliberate.
You both mentioned how cerebral MJF is when he is actually in action. But the toughness and the resolve of Brody King, who's looking for his own singles gold this year. As this match continues, folks, the Wrestler Quiet picture-in-picture, our main event for the AEW World Championship. MJF, Brody King, second time ever, fuck television.
Say what you want. There's no denying MJF. I think this is our last picture-in-picture, or at least it should be.
So what do you think MJF is thinking right now? You're saying he's not looking past Brody King, but you gotta imagine he's gotta be a little bit irate, but he's also literally chomping at the bit, knowing that he could shut the Cowboy up, knowing that him and Adam Page awaits from Revolution if he gets through Brody King tonight.
It's true. This guy, man, he might make that mistake of looking past Brody, though. Any chance he has to shut somebody up, he's going to take it.
And again, right now, MJF in firm control, scouting the leg. Again, a kick right in between the knee, taking Brody King down. The moment Brody King was able to use the ropes to get up, MJF chopped him back down. You see Riley King right now clutching his left knee, trying to resolve it of some of the pressure that's been put on there and get some feeling back. MJF bringing Brody King back up. The snapmare. Slow methodical approach here. And implanting that foot. The leg DDT. Just running paces around his fallen challenger for the time being. Of course, his former Hounds of Hell and House of Black running mate, Buddy Matthews, last year in Australia challenged Kazuchika Okada for the Continental Championship. Came up short and had suffered a fractured ankle. And MJF just teabagged Brody King. And I don't know how wise that was.
Dick thrust.
This is the moment that MJF officially may have fucked up. And turning his back on Brody King, who is back up standing. Oh, and got chopped back to the corner. And Brody King right now driving MJF's head into the turnbuckles here. Of course, leader of his own heavy metal band, freaking head banging MJF here tonight. Elbow to the midsection, though, creates separation.
He's treating him like a bass of the bass of a drum.
And the moment that Brody King was trying to run in the corner, you noticed the leg gave out, and MJF immediately went on the attack and got full commercial break. Basically, got a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest right now.
How you gonna go from picture in picture? I'm thinking you're gonna go back and then you go into full commercial.
Because television fucking sucks, and you know it. Well, that being said, I just see Ash down there, her cheeky smile. I mean, Ash, again, very smart approach here by MJF, but Brody King, he's been through some fair share of wars. Coming back with that surgery repaired hand, by the way, lest we forget.
That's really smart. Thank you guys for having on commentary, because I don't have picture in picture here. It's just full commercial.
There you go. Again, Canada, it's bizarro world all the time, 24/7, 365. But hey, you all use the metric system and you're still all right for a different type of world. And again, MJF, he's definitely been a different type of champion this go around. To your point, he's not ducking and dodging challengers, but he's making sure those that want to face him earn that right. It's not going to be a handout, and it's not going to be getting underneath his skin. He's not showing insecurity as much. He's showing a renewed confidence. We're back here at AEW Grand Slam, Sydney, Australia, and we will stay with this match as long as it takes, as we are in overtime. And Brody King looking to ride with the tope suicida on the outside.
Yeah, and it took out the damage to his knee.
Yeah, but again, sometimes you got to do a correct move to get ahead, especially for a championship. Again, this is Brody King's first ever chance at the AEW World Championship. He's been involved in AEW for quite a period of time now. The countout is in play, though. Of course, countout will mean that MJF will retain. Brody King's been part of AEW since 2022. MJF back in. Bryce Rensburg will continue the count on Brody King. Brody King staggering back up to a vertical base and rolls himself in to break the count. And right now, MJF. Well, that didn't do anything. Oh, man. And again, Brody King's upper body still working very well, Ash. A hard Irish whip. And once again, Brody King holds up MJF. Back body drop by Brody King. But again, staggering. Again, that added pressure to that leg and that knee.
Yeah, because MJF did a number on it.
Again, it was the cannonball earlier that ended up in the gutter. Let's see if you can call a strike this time. And can he move forward? MJF able to escape to the apron. Brody, though. Uh-oh, does this look familiar? MJF in a lot of trouble.
Oh, no, he's fighting out.
Oh, he's burning him. He's not fighting. He's burning him.
Well, that's one way to escape it.
I suppose. And right now, Brody King and MJF once again on the outside. And grabbing a chair from behind the announce table here, trying to find something to give him some leverage. Oh, big elbow. And a massive bite by that dog to MJF's head. Now the champion with a seat, and uh-oh, this is a longer lane here, Ash.
Yeah, do you think he's going to go for a strike this time?
Well, I don't know how good bowling is down under in Australia. Oh, just a fall away cross body crushing MJF.
He might hit the 7-10 split.
MJF literally crushed underneath Brody King's girth.
I think he hit his own knee, though, against the chair.
Yeah, that's a good point, though. As you see, Brody King immediately grabbing that knee, and both men right now are down the outside. And Bryce Rensburg starting his 10 count. Brody King rising back up to his feet, though. Count up to 4. Brody down, but not out. MJF the same. MJF sent back inside the ring. Let's see a third time's the charm here, possibly.
Cannonball, probably.
Let's see if Ash can actually call the strike this time, because I think MJF is set up perfectly in the corner. And can that leg hold up? Again, trying to get some feeling back in that knee. And the cannonball connects.
Ooh, Fred Flintstone style.
Dragging the center into the cover. 2, no! MJF survives the onslaught. Whew. A little bit of pain and frustration coming out of Brody King off that one, considering how much that might have hurt him in the long run.
Right,
that leg is not going to be any favors.
No, especially like how much work that has been done on that leg all throughout the match. And that knee, too.
And though, down and out on the mat. Still very dangerous here. Brody King cannot let up here. He's in the driver's seat. Might be looking for that Gonzo bomb. And Jeff to skip again. Rear naked choke apply. And sleeper of his own and literally jumping and grapevine the body. And Brody King falls down to the canvas now. This is the way he beat Bandito. Let's forget, via referee stoppage. The sleeper fully in play here. That forearm deep underneath Brody King. Brody King might be out here. The arm goes down once. The arm drops down twice. Again, if it goes down a third time, MJF will retain the AEW World Championship. Oh, my Bandito's here. Bandito's saying never give up. Remember, again, these brochachos have been literally for one another when they needed them the most.
Yo, Bandito better not turn heel, dude.
And face to Bandito's fighting spirit of support. Brody King continues to fight on here. Brody King getting back up to his feet. MJF still, though, on his back. And, oh, God!
No, I didn't see ROH. What happened to Bandito's hand?
Blake Christian assaulted it. It was an 8-man lucha tag. And, of course, we know that Blake Christian wants Bandito's Ring of Honor World Championship.
Yeah, those two have been feuding for quite some time now, haven't they?
Of course, Blake Christian still upset losing out on Survivor of the Fittest at Ring of Honor Final Battle, Ash. Right now, MJF rolls to the outside and Brody King back up inside. Of course, MJF knows the title cannot change hands via count out or disqualification. Looking for the tope and hooking Brody King's head. Uh-oh. DDT on the apron.
Nicely scouted by MJF there. Just draped Brody.
And it might be dead weight here, and we know MJF will take a count out. To your point, Ash, you think about when MJF lost that tables and tax match to Mark Briscoe. What he said he needed to do. He needed to reevaluate himself. He needed to find what made MJF. And ever since coming back at World's End and recapturing the Triple B, MJF is once again better than ever, even for himself.
Yeah, he's here to show why he's the ace of AEW, and that first title reign of his was no fluke.
And right now, Brody King, with the fireman's carry, death-by driver at MJF in the barricade.
I think he hit that chair, too.
MJF in a heap. And to your point, Walter, I think he literally collided into the chair. And the exposed concrete, as you see behind those pads and barricades on the arena's floor. Bandito encouraging Brody King to get up. Both these men laid down and out on the outside. AEW World Championship hanging in the balance. And Hangman Page is the next challenger. Yeah, the town continues here. And Bandito is trying to wheel Brody King on, saying the next World Champion is going to be you.
I don't know. I got a weird feeling about Brody being out here, man.
Up to 4 right now.
Bandito should have stayed in the back.
To 5, and you see the way Brody King is still grabbing that left leg. Up to 6.
Even if
Brody King is getting back inside the ring and stop this count.
Yeah, he's got to grab MJF because he can't win the titles with the via count out.
Exactly, and MJF's dead weight. Up to 8. Up to 9.
Well, they barely made it into the ring.
And Brody King had to bring MJF inside with him. It wasn't a matter of both men going inside at the same time of their own will.
Mm-hmm. And it took a while because, like, again, the damage done to his leg.
Again, you see Brody King still grabbing that left knee, but MJF is not moving. Slowly staggering and getting
it's the Dynamite Diamond Ring.
MJF again always has that ring in his trunks and will produce it when he thinks it's the most critical time to do so. And Bryce Remsburg catching him red-handed. Oh! What a elbow strike by Brody King. Just clocked that boy. And MJF staggered on the yeah, he knows where he is. Oh no! How many's gonna hang in there, Ash?
That oh shit look on MJF's face was priceless.
And MJF might literally be incapacitated again as he falls asleep on the floor. Brody now falls on through, bringing MJF back inside. This is how Brody beat MJF with the Gonzo bomb. He hasn't hit it yet. If he hits it, we got a new AEW World Champion. Can he hoist him up, though? And got him up. Top bomb connects. Cover. No. Whoa. No one has been able to kick out of the Gonzo bomb, guys, and MJF just did that at 2 9/10. I was ready to say we got a new AEW World Champion. Legit. Mm-hmm. Woo. Brody King showing the intestinal fortitude in the heart of a champion, just as the challenger. Can you imagine Hangman Page versus Brody King for the title? I'm just saying. Be a whole different match that would slap hard.
Uh-huh.
Brody King staggered up to his feet. MJF dropped toe hold, though. Smart move by the champion, and Brody King to the apron. And right now, MJF, we talked about, again, it's not the IQ of MJF that people may literally have spots and side effects about. It's the attitude. And right now, pushing down that knee pad, ripping away any support that Brody King has. You see him wearing that supportive knee brace. MJF.
He also, remember, he has more than one ring, so the referee might have caught it with just one.
That's a good point. And right now, MJF is exposing that knee and taking a bite out of it. For crying out loud, what does this prove? Like, seriously.
Take a bite out of Brody.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily that that's more insult to injury.
Maybe he saw a McGruff or McCrime dog commercial and took a bite out of crime.
And right now, the biggest crime MJF would be losing the AEW World Championship tonight, according to his mindset. Uh-oh. Brody King hoists up MJF, pausing for a Gonzo bomb on the apron. This would end MJF as far as we know it. And again, that knee, the knee.
It buckled, yeah.
Dude, if he lost the title here, you know how much longer that 21-hour flight would feel?
Back elbow strike. Well, at least he still has a Valentine to go home to, at least a toot. And right now, Brody King, once again, might be looking at incapacitated MJF, but again, the knee exposed and MJF immediately on the attack for survival.
Dude,
exposed me, by the way. And now, picking up by his beard and MJF, what the hell?
Is he going to do that heat seeker? Oh, no, Tombstone.
An impressive show of strength by MJF with the... Oh! Landing Brody King back first on the apron. That wasn't a Tombstone pile driver. That was just a literal power slam on the apron.
Nah, he flipped him forward so he doesn't spike his head.
Or maybe he was losing balance. Again, that's a lot of weight for MJF to hold in position.
It's a big height difference, too.
MJF once again in control, bringing Brody King in position. Uh-oh. Looking for the heat seeker. And covers, lateral press. MJF retains the AEW World Championship.
Off a heat seeker. Woo.
He kept on biting down, and breaking down that foundation. And it led to MJF, the heat seeker, to Walter's point, holding on to the AEW World Championship.
It's far from over for him because he's still got a cowboy waiting in the wings.
Yeah, again, though, guys, look at this Gonzo bomb. Look how close we were to the 3 counts. Inches away from a new champion. But again, Brody King power slammed on the apron and then set up for that heat seeker with no leg support, by the way. Driving Brody King down on his head. Lateral press to remain the AEW World Champion. And they're going to dig deep for that defense, though. And of course, we now know. Well, I was going to say. Well, here he comes with a contract in hand. Again, to Ash's point, folks, it is MJF versus Hangman Page official now at AEW Revolution for the AEW World Championship. And it looks like Hangman Page has a contract in hand.
From opening Revolution last year to possibly main eventing this year.
Let's be honest, you know these two are going to main event Revolution this year, Ash. They're the story of AEW. Live from Los Angeles, California, in the Staples Center, Hangman Page challenged Maxwell Jacob Friedman for the AEW World Championship. Whoa, went for a punk out. Hangman gripping that pin and tossing it down to MJF. Again, he doesn't have to hit him tonight. He gets to hit him next month in March in the City of Angels, where all sins will break loose that night. There it is, Ash. There it is, Walter. It is official. Sunday, March 15th. Hangman Page will become a 3-time AEW World Champion at Revolution. And, of course, this Wednesday in Sacramento, California, Kenny Omega and Swerve Strickland might very well be in the sights. We will also see the TV debut of the Brawling Birds, Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter, as MJF and Hangman Page will go face-to-face before their imminent championship encounter. From Grand Slam, Australia, for the Rage of Wrestling, Walter Cruz, and for our baddie Canadian friend Ash, as we go off the air, we thank you all for tuning in. We're going to take a brief hiatus before the madness continues to ensue on the side of shenanigans. Hope you all enjoyed our coverage tonight for AEW Grand Slam. This is where the best wrestle. This is a road to revolution. And until next time, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night. And thank you for tuning in once again to another edition of AEW Grand Slam from down under in Australia tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Walter, cut the fucking feed. It's a hell of a show. Oof. Good freaking Lord Almighty.